What's good, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we are back with another pay-per-view heavyweight championship live fight commentary. We're going to cover this whole pay-per-view card. I just ordered it on ESPN. If you're out in the UK, you guys got to order it out on BT Sports. The free card is over. It was on for the last hour. Got 2 free fights. And now we right in there, all right? What's up, everyone that's here? Sesto F5 Elemental was good. Gotta wait for a few more people to come in, and then we'll get right into it. What's up, CNP? What's good? Jermaine, what's up? My man with the Asian writing, not sure. But A-Wave didn't know it was today. Nice to see you streaming. Yeah, it is today, and I'm streaming. Yeah, I wasn't too sure if I was going to be able to stream today, but pull some strings, and I'm here. Vlad, what's up? How many undercards? There's a lot of cards still left to go. I believe there's about five or 1, 2, 3, 5 fights before Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. So we got a while. I don't believe their ring walkouts are until like 6 p.m. Eastern. What's up, Craig? Good afternoon to you. What's up, Coach Ben? Oakland, California is in the building. All right. So not too impressed with the undercard of this fight. Not really excited. You know, I went down the undercard. A few names I'm familiar with, like people that I've seen before, but no real, I think maybe out of all of the undercard fights, I think the most competitive one might be the Nick Ball Isaac Lowe fight. I believe that's a step up for Nick Ball, but outside of that, I'm not really expecting anything. Usman is on the undercard. I think he's probably going to destroy his opponent. David Adelaide is going to be on the undercard, and he's fighting the journeyman, and so is Tommy Fury. So I'm not really expecting too much on this undercard. All right, but we're going to cover the card anyway, and then we're just going to talk boxing in general in between the cards or the fights, I mean. All right. Andy, what's up, man? What's up, Martin Cox? Was good. So yeah, I was trying to decide how can I play this fight out? I know I did a breakdown the other day. I was trying to decide how I think Fury and White are, how's it gonna play out? I am picking Fury, and I'm trying to play it in my head. I seen Fury actually came lighter than I expected. I thought Fury was gonna come heavy. He likes to say things. We don't know what he's really gonna do. I believe he's like 164 in this fight, which is good. And so when this fight was first announced, I had assumed, like, if he were to fight Dillian Whyte or Anthony Joshua or even an Alexander Usyk, right? I figured that it would probably be best for him to cut down in weight so he can be a lot more agile. You know what I'm saying? I don't think the game plan that he did with Deontay Wilder would have been as effective going against White, a Joshua or Usyk. You know what I think? I think he needs to be able to move, be able to slip shots, move that upper body, move those legs a little bit more than these guys, because I think they just have better endurance than Deontay Wilder. I think with Wilder, not a big, yes, he's tall, yes, he's muscular, but he's not really a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have the greatest endurance. And I think the game plan with that fight was to, put some weight on him, tire him out, and stop him in the later rounds. And that's exactly what happened. fight against Dillian Whyte, a guy that's been to 12 rounds plenty of times, have knockout power, but is a 12-round fighter. I think it was a different game plans. Plus, Dillian Whyte is very strong. He's physically strong. He might not have the one-punch knockout power that Wilder has, but he does have power. And I think the game plan with this was to come in a little lighter, you know, be a little quicker, not get hit as easily, and be able to go the distance if they have to against Dillian Whyte, you know. They're showing the undercard now. I guess there's only, I said 5 fights. There's 4 fights before the main fight. We got Tommy Fury, David Adelaide, Isaac Lowe, and Nick Ball, and then you got Ekal Usman. All right. So there's 4 fights before the main fight. And I believe when I checked earlier this week, I think they're trying to set up the walkout to like maybe about 5:30 p.m. All right. And what's up with everybody that's coming in? Stipe, Mr. D Lock, what's up? Campish. What was the last boxing pay-per-view card you seen best bang for the buck? Off top of my head, I can't remember. I do believe that the Spence undercard and the fight was worth it. That was just 2 weeks ago now, or last week. Was it last week? I wasn't upset with that card. I think that card was too. I'm not gonna remember the cards off the top right now, but I've ordered some good cards and I'm ordered some pretty boring ones. Some of them were so boring that I was pretty much sitting here doing commentary with y'all, and we just talking about any random thing because the fights were so boring. You know what I'm saying? I think what was it? The zone card last week, not the Spence card, but the zone card, and I forgot who was fighting on that card. The undercard was pretty boring, you know, and I'm not expecting much. Oh, Tommy Fury is coming out right now. Oh, he's fighting first on this undercard. Wow. Okay. I figure, you know, because he's probably, you know, there's a chance he might fight Jake Paul, you know, and just because he's a Fury, I figured that they might have put him a little bit ahead of this, even though as far as his resume ain't really there yet. I'm surprised they're putting him out the first fight on the undercard. So Tommy Fury is doing his ring walk right now. All right. What's up, Low Man? Orgasmatron. That's a funny name. What's up? What's up, Kane? What's good? Shadow, what's up? Walid, what's up? Everyone that's joining up, make sure you smash that like button. Rider of the Storm, Rider of the Storm, what's up? What's up, White Hearst Comic? What's up, man? Thank you for checking in. KRLB, what's up, man? How do I rate Tommy Fury? I don't really rate him. Not yet. You know, I mean, I think he's okay. You know, I don't really know. I think Jake Paul is you know, for him to go and finally fight a real boxer, I think he picked the right guy. It's a winnable fight for Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if he will win, but I'm just saying it's a winnable fight compared to, you know, if you're going to pick a boxer with a name, I can see why they pick Fury because it's winnable. I don't know if he will win. That's totally different. But going into that fight, I think, you know, Fury is still young in his career. He's nowhere near like Tyson Fury or even Huey Fury. Those guys are much better boxers, in my opinion. But Tommy, you know, he's decent. You know, I don't really rate him yet because he hasn't fought anyone, you know. So, you know, it's the same thing with Jake Paul. I can't really rate him because he's just fighting MMA fighters that they can box, but they're not really boxers, you know. So going back to what I was saying about Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury, this guy he's fighting Tommy Fury has a really long neck. Really long. I don't know if you guys are watching the fight on TV, but this guy's He has like a giraffe neck. He got some decent knockouts on his record, though. Let's see. He's 10-1. Bojenski. All right. So what I was saying about Fury earlier is the way I think it's gonna go. I think there's gonna be a point where Fury does get hurt with a good shot. He might even get knocked down. But I can see Fury going for it late. I can see him going for it late and try to stop Whyte. And I think if Whyte gets stopped, I think it's gonna be like the 11th or maybe even the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? It really depends on Fury. I don't know how much of a chance. I really don't think he's gonna be that aggressive. I think he's gonna take a similar approach to the first Wilder fight, you know, where he's gonna be using the ring and fighting on the outside. I don't think he's gonna be putting the same type of power down he was putting in the Wilder fight. Just my opinion. I'm going with the decision win. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think there will be a knockdown from each fighter, or each fighter might get stunned with a shot or two at some point. But I see it going to a decision. You know, I think with Wilder, you know, I think the game plan was to go for the knockdown, the knockout, because of what happened in the first fight. You know. All right, so Tommy Fury against Bojenski in the we are in the first round. What's this guy's name? David Bojenski. All right. And you know, like again, I don't really rate Tommy Fury yet. You know, I'm not really impressed with him. You know, this is not like a prospect that I see like fighting elite level boxers anytime soon. He's still learning, you know. I mean, he's just normal. He's just a regular dude to me. I'm not really that impressed yet. I think with time, you know, he is a Fury, and I think he got the right people around to train, and you know, and make him improve. Yeah. As I'm watching this, he's already got hit with a couple of right hands, or I mean, he's winning the round so far, but he doesn't like. He's not really elusive, and he has no slickness to him. He doesn't fight anywhere alike the other Furies that we know of. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have that. He's just a guy that boxes, man. To be honest, and that's no hate, and that's no. I'm not trying to shame him in any way. Seems like a decent guy. I don't see it. You know, he's very very average to me right now. You know. But this round is so far we about just above a minute left. Um, you know, outside of a few jabs and there's been a couple shots that's landed between the both of them. Not really not much going on here though. A lot of tying up. It's pretty scrappy so far. Then the fighter, Pachitsky is not really good defensively. Fury just caught him with a great jab, and I think he hurt him a little bit with that jab. Pachitsky walked right into that jab, trying to throw the right hand. Nice jab. Tim Bradley is saying exactly what I'm saying. He's not really doing too much, but you know what? He doesn't have to. This is a 6-round fight. Um, get the rounds in. He needs them. You know, and he's been out the ring for a little bit. You know, because I know he was supposed to fight Jake Paul, and he backed out of that fight. Let me look him up real quick. Tommy Fury was his last fight. Oh, he fought in August, so that's not terrible, but you know, I think he should be a lot more active. So he was out with an injury. So before that, he was fighting within every 2 or 3 months. You know, so yeah. Yes, sir. I would pick Bud over Ugas. I think if they had fought before the Spence fight, I would have picked Bud to stop him. You know, it is what it is. Sean G says he's pulling for White. It's an uphill task, though. Yeah, I mean, you know what? It would be great. I love a great upset, you know, unless it's like my favorite fighter, you know, one of my favorite fighters. But no, I love a good upset, and I think you need the upset sometimes because you don't want boxing to be so predictable. You know, you got to have those upsets in there because it keeps these guys on their toes. Oh, big, nice counter right hand landed by Fury. Boczynski's hurt. He's backing up, and Fury's trying to finish him off in the second round right now. Round just started. Caught him with a good right hand counter. And looks like Boczynski is going to recover here. All right. Only 30 seconds into the second round here. That was a nice punch. That was a nice clean punch. And it seems like Boczynski hasn't fully recovered yet. All right. He's tied up, trying to survive in there, but he's still fighting for now. Let's see what happens. Another right hand from Fury. Didn't get as clean as the other one. He doubled the jab and threw the right cross, and didn't get it that clean. But it was a good shot. Nice right hand. Another right hand lands for Fury, and Boczynski ties up again. We are halfway through the second round. All Fury. Good round for Fury. Nice jab lands for Fury. We ain't getting anything from Boczynski this round. He had a decent first round, but this round, Fury is just separating himself from Boczynski. Another right hand lands for Fury. Fury's just walking in, just trying to connect with that right hand. He needs to go back to using that jab. Think he's trying to time and counter him. Let's get some feints. All right, come on, ref. Come on, ref. Ref's too involved. Let's let these guys fight. 40 seconds left in the second. Another right hand gets through. Backs Boczynski up a bit. Another one gets through. He hasn't, he's connecting with the right hands, but none of them has hurt him like that first one did earlier in the round. I want to see Tommy go to the body a little bit. I haven't really seen him go to the body much at all at this fight. I want to see him mix it up a little bit. All we've seen is the right hand so far. I've seen him throw some good jabs too, but nice. Took a step back, hit him with a right and a left, and caught him with another right just now. I think, if Fury really wants to go for it, I think he could get this guy out of there if he just timed that right hand right. And they're showing Tyson Fury and just arriving at the arena. I don't know if this was earlier or right now, but they're showing Fury come to the arena with his wife. And I'm ready for this fight, man. This should be a really, really, really good fight. Karma, Tommy Fury just finished. No, he's not finished. He's currently fighting. Tommy Fury is fighting. You're about to start the third round. What do you guys think of Tommy Fury? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Do you think who wins him between him and Jake Paul? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, we're in the third round. Oh, nice left hand lands for Fury. Tommy Fury just lands two good jabs. I would like to see him go to the body a little bit more, you know, throw some right hands to the body. Fury's trying to get him out of here. He steps in, lands a combination, and excuse me, Baczynski just held him. He should just throw some to the body just to open that top up a little bit, you know? You might as well. Instead of just headhunting, because you're hitting him and the guy's taking the punches. And they tying up, a lot of tying up in this round. Baczynski, you know, he's kind of fighting, but he's not really fighting to win. He's kind of like just surviving. He's not really giving us anything. Baczynski gets a right hand through. Big right hand lands for Fury. And Baczynski holds him again. Go to the body. I want to see him go to the body so bad. Just once. Throw something to the body. I would. Oh no, that probably a real big right hand lands for Fury, and he has Baczynski's hurts. He's stalking him down. Oh, Baczynski counters with a right hand, and he ties up. 50 seconds left in the third. Jab lands for Fury. I mean, he's surviving. He knows how to survive. I believe he got a cut. I see a cut over his right eye. Baczynski knows how to survive. 10 seconds left in the third. He's surviving. This is a 6th rounder, y'all. Whoa, another big right hand lands for Fury. But Fury can't. He's landed more than enough. And he just doesn't seem like he can get him really hurt, you know? Not since that first one he landed in the in the second round. Beth says, I've seen Jake work the body more than Fury. I have too. La Vida Boxio says he needs to stick to reality shows. Still time, if he puts his mind to it and his family's help, he would take out Jake Paul. Another thing is that Jake can fight off the back foot pretty well, and he can KO at the same time as well. Well, let me say this. Fury's in there with a boxer right now, and I can tell you that this fighter that he's fighting is much better than, or I mean, Jake Paul is much better than this guy. You know, in this fight, I want to say this fight is not competitive, but you know, I think whatever way that fight goes is going to be competitive, and I'm curious to see how good Fury's chin is. You know, because Jake can hit, he can punch, he can box, he can fight on the back foot. You know, he can counter. He's a good boxer. You know, he can box. But one thing I see it with Fury is like comparing him to Tyron Woodley, and that's the only person that we can really base anything on, because you know Fury, you know Woodley is by far the best fighter that Jake Paul has fought, and for starters, Fury is at least going to be throwing more punches and being more aggressive than Woodley. You know, Woodley tried to put pressure on Jake, but he wasn't really throwing much, you know. He wasn't really throwing much, and I think he was like really concerned about his endurance and trying to last and fight late. I think with Fury, at least, you know, I don't know if he has more power, but I do know that he's gonna put more punching, and he's just more of a natural boxer, and you see it. So I think Fury is a step above Woodley in the boxing ring, but not that far ahead of Woodley, and that's what makes the fight a good matchup. You know, it's a good matchup. Uh, there's nothing really going on here in this third round. I think Fury's still in control. Baczynski is starting to bruise up pretty bad in his face. He has a swelling and he's bleeding under his left eye now. But you know, again, I'm not seeing much from Fury. You know, I would like to see more than just the right hand, and I believe that maybe he could go to the body. You know, I don't know, but I think when he fights Jake Paul, I think we need to just see more than just a jab and a right hand, a jab and a right hand. That's all we're getting here. You know, can't wait to see the fight though. I think it's not a bad fight, to be honest. It's not a bad fight. No, not the Tommy Fury is currently fighting, and we're finishing up on you're closing out the fourth round. We got another 4 fights before another 3 fights before Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte fight. Another round in the back for Fury, going into the 5th. And starting to look like this is gonna go to the cards, you know. Let's see, unless something happens. Nah, I'm not. I haven't been training. I've been out the game for the martial arts game for a long time. I haven't trained at all in at least 6 years with martial arts. I'm way out the game. Now, Tyson Fury is not fighting for another 3 hours. Beth, I agree with you. You know what? I think Woodley does hit harder than Fury. I think Woodley probably would have knocked this guy out by now. You know, I think he would have knocked this guy out by now. I, I can't rate Tommy Fury. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't rate him. I just don't know. This guy he's boxing is not really any good, you know. He's just okay. Again, you know, I said earlier, it's a good fight. Him and Jake Paul is a good matchup because you can't really rate neither one of them. I think that fight right there tells us a lot about both of them. Oh, Fury has this guy cut bad now. And he's taking some punishment, man. I think if Fury really steps on the gas, he can get this guy out of here this round. Because Baczynski is taking a lot of punishment. Oh, he hurt Baczynski bad. He's hurt bad. Come on, Fury, get on him. Another right hand. He's hurt. Come on, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. Get this guy out of here. Hit him with the uppercut. Isn't it? Yo, it's been times where he could have cracked this dude while he was in the inside. He could have cracked him right there with an uppercut. And he's just throwing the right hand over and over. Like he's not mixing it up at all. There's no angles. There's no, like it's just a straight right cross over and over again. I mean, it's working and it's landing, but hit him with something that he's not going to see coming. Wait, hold on. Tim Bradley is saying for Tommy to stay away from Jake Paul. So he believes that Jake Paul is is just I guess he believes that Jake Paul is just better. Oh, wow! Tommy Fury lands a big club in right hand and drops Baczynski. Finally, that was the biggest right hand he threw and landed at this point. A little less than 25 seconds left to go in the fifth, and Fury's trying to put him away. The ref is jumping and watching closely, getting ready to stop the fight. And Baczynski still that glove touched the floor. That was another knockdown. Baczynski is just trying to survive here. All right, and it looks like he's gonna make the round. He's gonna survive. We're gonna go into the final round. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. I thought Andy Ruiz was gonna fight Luis Ortiz. I don't know if he's actually going to fight what's it called? I don't know if he's actually gonna fight Spung. As a boxer, I don't really know how good he is. You know, I've seen his kickboxing he has like a knockout that went viral like years ago. But I haven't really seen his fights like that. All right, let's get this last round in. Tommy's starting off. Nice jabs. Nice jabs landed this round. This is a 6th rounder. We're in the last round. Smash, hit that thumbs up, by the way. Everyone, hit that thumbs up. Max, you're welcome, man. This is what I do. You see Big John Fury on the side giving instructions to Tommy. Tommy's trying to put the pressure on him. I think he's trying to get the stoppage, but this guy Baczynski is tough, and he knows how to survive. He knows how to wrap Fury up whenever he gains some momentum, you know. I always thought that Tommy has some really big arms for his body. You ever seen when I look at him, you ever seen like the Ludacris video, Get Back, You'll Know Me Like That? You guys ever see that music video back in the day? It's an old video where he's walking around the street with the big arms. It kind of remind me of Tommy Fury arms. Like his arms are too big for his body with the rest of his body. Yeah, like Popeye, yeah. Every time I see him, I'm like, his arms look like just he looks like he lifts a lot more than with his arms more than any other part of his body. All right, 30 seconds left in this fight, and I don't know. We're gonna get a stoppage here. He's starting to throw the uppercut a little bit more now this round than the last one, but I think he should have been throwing that earlier. Baczynski's face is pretty messed up, though. Dude is just tough. Another right cross lands for Fury through the guard. Baczynski just knows how to survive, and he's pretty durable. You know, I got to give him credit. You know, I give the guy credit. His face definitely looked like. I mean, if this was more than 6 rounds, the fight would have probably been stopped at some point. But Fury gets the W. It looks like it's a shutout for me. All right. Damn, Fury looks so much lighter. I know he's, only like 14 pounds lighter than he was in his last fight, but you could just see it, even with the clothes on. His shoulders are smaller. He's definitely looking to be able to move and be more agile in this fight. What's up, Igor? Was good? Beth says, with Jake, his footwork is better than Pachinski, but he's innocent. He's inconsistent at times during his fights. One time he looked smooth, another time his feet looked like in mud. Yeah, because he's still learning on the job too, just like Tommy is. Whatever, if these guys keep fighting, they're gonna get better. And they're still learning. They're both very early in their pro careers. I think this is what Fury's 8th professional fight. And it's not like he was some world-class amateur, Yeah, this is his 8th professional fight. And Jake has like 4, you know? No, that's an ambulance. I live near a hospital, so that's why you always hear it in the background. I don't live too far from Harlem Hospital, basically. So there's always ambulances that pass by my house. Soccer Training Clubs says, salute, champ. Salute to you. Lauren says, I click like to support, but wait, you have to admit this isn't like Fury versus Wilder. No, it's not. But I'm not, Fury and Wilder doesn't end boxing. It's just Fury and Fury and Wilder is over. Gotta move on. This boxing continues. Lex Game says, first big upset of the year. I don't know. It could be. I don't think so, but it could be, It could be. It would be a pretty big upset if Dillian Whyte were to win today. Especially if Fury coming off the wins against Wilder, It would be a pretty big upset. It would definitely shake things up in the heavyweight division. It wouldn't be as big of an upset as Andy Ruiz did to Joshua, though. That was a huge upset to me. This would be an upset too, but not on that level of an upset. Ghosts, thank you, man. Appreciate the support. D-Flex, just stopped. Just stopped. Just wasn't into it no more. And that's it. Got older. Just like my dad. My dad was, a teacher. And he's Taekwondo. And just stopped. Just lost interest, Kid presentable, thank you. Clayton Young, what's up? Listen, if Joshua, whether he loses to Usyk or not, I'm still very interested in the Deontay Wilder fight. I'm not one of these fans that, once the outcome that I don't want or didn't expect happens, I don't care to see the fighters no more. I still want to see Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder. I will always want to see that fight. And I still think that they could make a lot of money from that fight. And I think if Joshua is to lose against Usyk in a rematch, I think, with the way that Fury, with Wilder coming off of 2 losses and Joshua coming off of 2 losses, it would still be a debatable fight. It's not like Wilder's coming off of 2 knockout losses and Joshua's coming off of a win against Usyk. You know what I'm saying? I think them both coming off losses would make it even better. I mean, regardless of the outcome, I still want to see the fight. You know, now of course I want an undisputed champ, but I want Wilder and Joshua, no matter what. You know, and I don't think it's too late for that fight to happen. You know, even if there's a delay, you know, and there's like, you know, a year that went past without either one of them being in the ring, you know, even if they're a little bit inactive, I still would want to see that fight. I always want to see that fight. I don't care for losses. Like, I don't care. Now, if you get to a point where you just losing to any random person like Gamboa, I want Gamboa to retire. You know, I would like for him to retire, because now at this point, he's far past it. And they're just throwing him, they're just feeding him to the wolves. He's not really bringing anything. He's not really bringing a good competitive fight to any top guy that they put him in there with. And I'm pretty much just over it. You know, I'm just over seeing him fight. He's old. He's 40. He's not winning. He's not making the fights competitive. So I would like him to retire. But guys like Joshua and Wilder should still be fighting, you know, each other, you know, and they could still make a lot of money. I think they could still fill up arenas like this, you know, whether they want to do it in Vegas or whether they want to do it in Wembley. I would still pay to see that fight. I would go and see that fight. I would probably travel to see that fight. You know? What's up, Houston? Houston's in the building. What's up, Kevin Walker? Thank you, Bev. Smash that like button, everyone. Boxing pound for pound, Jack. Yeah, I was saying that's about Tommy and the other Furies, you know, Tyson and Huey. I'm just not. It doesn't look like Tommy really. When you watch him fight, it doesn't look like he kind of grew up fighting like the way the other two did, you know. And of course Tyson's by far the best, but Huey, even the way he is, the way he fights, you know, you can tell he has a lot of experience. And Tommy doesn't really, he's very stiff, you know. He looks like he works out, lifts a lot of weights. I mean, he could obviously box, but I just don't think he's that good. I don't think he's really that good. I don't rate him yet. He can improve, but I don't know about him beating Jake Paul. I'm not sold on neither one of them, you know. Yeah, I was talking about Gamboa and Juan Manuel Lopez. Probably in my last live, I was talking about how badly I wanted to see that fight, but Salido messed that up by destroying Lopez twice. I believe he beat him twice too. Stipe says good performance by Tommy, smothered his shots a bit too much. With that being said, hopefully Tommy's opponent isn't too banged up, because he's been a man and trash needs to be taken out. Okay. What do I think about the Inoue and Donaire rematch? I think Donaire stands a chance. I just think Inoue is gonna beat him again. You know, Donaire's very powerful, still very fast. But I just think Inoue, younger, fresher. I mean, I think the fight is going to be a tough fight again. I don't know if it's going to be better than the first one, but I think it's going to be another good fight. And I'm expecting Inoue to win. All right. What's up, Vidal Edge? What's good? All right, so we getting in the next fight here. What time is the fight in UK time? Well, it's 2:45 here, so it's 7:45 there. So the fight should be around 11 o'clock UK time, I think. Maybe 10:30 UK time. So David Adelaide, a prospect, heavyweight prospect, who's been training with Tyson Fury's up. I think he's been training and sparring with Fury for a while now. I believe he also sparred with Anthony Joshua. Correct me if I'm wrong. Big guy, a lot of power. He looks good. He looks good. He looks solid. You know. Oh, the guy, like, who did they find this guy that he's fighting though, man? Look at this guy's shape. I think he's like 10-8. Oh, David's not a Nigerian. Let me see. Hold on. David Adelaide. Yeah, this is his 8th professional fight. All right, here we go. Round 1. How old is David? I'm curious. He's 25. Yeah, Chris Healy looks in terrible shape. He can't even move much. So Adelaide's, yeah, Chris Healy is actually a southpaw. And a lot of feints from David. Not much being thrown by him. Goes low, lands a right hand. And Chris is actually coming forward. Adelaide lands a check left hooks. It's kind of slow. Healy lands a straight looping left hand, clean. For starters, the thing I noticed about David is he doesn't move his head too well. Like he has a stiff neck. He's not moving his head much, you know. But he looks like he's still learning. You can tell he's still, he's gonna be a guy that they're gonna push very slowly. Like you can tell. Nice right hand lands to the body for David. It doesn't have much speed neither. Another right hand lands for him. $45 left in the first round. Not many punches are getting thrown here, though. David sneaks an uppercut through the guard of Healy. Excuse me. Very slow round, y'all. Not much action going on here. About 15 seconds left in the first. David's winning the round, but David's very slow because Healy is slower. And when they like have these little exchanges, it's like two guys that's just wailing at each other in slow motion. All right. First round is done. Not really that impressed. I got Fury winning. How tall is Boots Ennis? I don't know. I think he's maybe around 5'10. I'm guessing 5'10. I got Fury winning the decision. Jerry Anderson has sparred with Fury. I don't know if he's working. Like, I don't know if he's part of the camp. I know David Adelaide has been on multiple camps with Fury. Okay. I think Jared Anderson might have been in maybe one. I know one for sure. All right. Jared Anderson, it feels like I haven't seen him fight in a while. It feels like it. What's up, Jay Roos? Was good. Is Andy Ruiz set to fight King Kong? I don't know if it's set, but that's what I'm hearing, you know. Yeah, Healy does look like he just left the pub. He's very out of shape. But you know, oh, nice uppercut lands for Adelaide and nice body combinations there. Yeah, Healy is very slow, very out of shape, but you know, he is a southpaw, and you know, Adelaide is just getting that work in. You know, he's not going to be one of those guys that they're going to be putting in there with some of the top guys so quickly. You know, some guys move a lot slower. You know, I was just saying that about Tommy. I think Tommy's going to be one of those guys, you know, at 175. I can't see him fighting any of the elite 175 pounders anytime soon. You know, just can't see it. I think the Jake Paul fight is a golden opportunity for him, though, just because of the money that's involved. Tommy says it's going to be an 8-round upset TKO for Dillian Whyte. That'll be nice, man. That'll be nice. You know, like again, I like when things get shooken up a little bit. You know, every once in a blue, nice upset is good for boxing. Healy's coming forward, man. Healy's fighting Adelaide, and he's staying on him. He's the one that's coming forward now. I don't think Healy really respects Adelaide like that. I would like Adelaide to stop, you know, catch him with an uppercut as he's walking in like that. But Adelaide doesn't nice right cross. He's not throwing a lot of punches. And you know what? Healy's not backing up much from any of the punches that are landed. He's taking the shots and coming forward still. You know, he's a chunky guy, but he's coming forward. He's letting his hands go. He's getting through some punches through. He doesn't look like he have much power. Nice jab lands for Adelaide. All right. What time is it? What do you guys think of David Adelaide? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? Anybody watching the fight? What do you think? Me personally, I want to see more. He needs to develop a little bit more. Oh no, I'm not really I really don't care for the undercard. You know, I think the undercard is kind of weak. And you know, I mean, the main fight is a great fight. Definitely worth a pay-per-view, but not the card. The undercard is pretty trash, if we're being honest. Um, I know there's 2 more fights on the undercard after this one. And I honestly didn't think this fight would still be on. We're in the 3rd round. Um, I didn't think that this would be still going. I've seen David fight before, and I don't remember, you know, I don't know. I just thought I just kind of remember him. Maybe I saw a fight where he was dominant and got a quick knockdown. But this fight seems to be dragging a little bit, man. Jared Anderson is really, really good. He's my favorite younger heavyweight right now, for sure. You know, I like him a lot. I would like to see him fight Daniel Dubois at some point. Maybe not right now, but even if they were to make it right now, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know, I think they can wait, and they will wait. That's not going to happen soon, but down the line, I would like to see that fight. I think a fight like against a Frank Sanchez is too soon, because Frank is a guy that is just, he knows how to win fights without really engaging. You know what I'm saying? He knows he's good at controlling the pace of the fight. And if you got the legs and you can't really oh, nice right hand right down the middle lands for David Adale. David Adelaide. Adelaide. I keep saying Adelaide. Adelaide. See some bruising there on Healy's underneath Healy's eyes now starting to come in. But I still haven't seen him get clipped with a shot that really backed him up yet. I'm still waiting on that. Healy is just walking straight forward. He hasn't backed up at all yet in this fight. Yeah, Frank did blow all the cash on the main event for sure. Carlos said he predicted White to be a world heavyweight champ. Oh, we'll see tonight, man. I really wanted Dillian Whyte to fight Deontay Wilder when Wilder had the title. I really wanted that fight really, really bad for years. Um, I think that would have been Dillian. I think Dillian Whyte, would have been wanted if whether you want to rank him or Ortiz over. I know White definitely has a way better resume than Ortiz, but I'm not sure if White is more dangerous than Ortiz because Ortiz really didn't fight anyone really that good. I hope Ortiz get Andy Ruiz. I wish that again. There's a lot of Ortiz fights that I wanted, and there's a lot of Dillian Whyte fights that I wanted. I would have definitely loved to watch them fight each other, and I would have definitely liked to have got a Dillian and Andy Ruiz fight, or Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz fight. Hopefully, we do get that before Ortiz gets way too old and before Andy Ruiz get any worse, because he looked terrible against this guy's what's his name, big guy, his last fight. I can't think of his name right now. I'm bugging. Who did Andy Ruiz fight last? Ortiz against Frank Sanchez. That's not a bad fight. That's a pretty good fight, actually. That's not a bad fight. I like that fight. Areola, yeah, Areola. Oh wait, we got it. Damn, I looked down and we got a knockout. Adelaide got a stoppage. I didn't see it. I looked away for a second and was reading the comments, and we got a knockout. Yeah, I was just saying Andy Ruiz looked bad against Areola. Maybe we probably all underestimated Areola, but I also expected Andy to do better, to be honest. Cano Loco, what's up, bro? Yes, this is a pay-per-view. an ESPN pay-per-view. Yeah, this fight sucked. Oh, he caught Hilly with a big left hook and followed it up with a big right hand. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. I thought it took too long, but we got it. Everybody is a lot of Dillian Whyte people in here saying that they're expecting them to beat Fury and stop him. Yeah, not a good pay-per-view, man. Not a good pay-per-view. Joseph Parker's in the corner with Adelaide, I see. Yeah, this is not a great pay-per-view. I clearly ordered it because of the main event, but the undercard is it's a really bad undercard. I mean, it's no one on here, you know. Anybody predicting a decision in this chat? Anyone here predicting a decision either way? I'm all I've said or seen and heard all week is knockout this, knockout that. Is anyone here predicting a knockout on me or decision win for Fury or White? KRL says decision. My first name is Paul. Like Jake Paul. Like Chris Paul. Decision. Fury decides when he wants a KO White. Jeremy says Jake Paul wrecks Tommy Fury. It's possible. That's the thing. If Jake Paul destroys Tommy Fury, I'm not gonna be surprised at all. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Smash that, hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. I'm not expecting the fight to start until at least another 2 hours. I don't think I don't think I don't think Fury's stopping White today. I just don't get that vibe from him. I think this is a different fight from the Wilder fight. I just don't. They have a lot of respect for each other. They were friends at one point. I don't feel like Fury is in there to destroy him. And him being and cutting down in weight. I don't see Fury being in there trying to. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. I just think even if White gets dropped and hurt, I think he's gonna be able to. I think he's gonna be able to survive this one. Yeah, I know Povetkin stopped White, but he was a true KO artist. He's always been one of those guys that can knock you out in one punch. He's always been that. White got caught with a uppercut that he didn't see coming from Povetkin, and we saw what we saw. But when he got stopped by Joshua, Joshua came out. I mean, have we seen Anthony Joshua that aggressive in a fight since the Dillian Whyte fight? I don't remember Joshua being that aggressive. I know he stopped guys earlier than that fight, right? But I'm talking about the way he was walking down Dillian Whyte. Like, you knew he wanted to knock out Dillian Whyte so bad because of the history they had and the exchanges they had with words. That was different, you know? I don't think Fury is that type of dude that can just knock him out with one punch like Povetkin. And I don't think he can, I don't think the game plan, or I don't even think Fury can pressure White the same way like he pressure uh Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see it. I mean, it can happen, but I'm thinking it's just gonna be a decision, man. Yeah, did Joshua wasn't an uppercut? I believe White went down before the knockout. I think he went down twice before the knockout. I think the last knockout, the one where Dillian was actually knocked out on the ropes, I think that one was from an uppercut. Maybe not the first one. Agree with you guys. What do you guys think? I think Romania Mike says, I think Fury is going to go in there and try to stop White even faster. The confidence from beating Wilder, he will feel invincible in the ring. That's true. That's another outcome, you know. AI says, I think Sugar Hill trains Fury to go for the KO. That's what he'll plan to do today. Got you. Deuce says, plus, that was a hell of a. I didn't see what the first comment was, but Deuce says, plus, that was a hell of an uppercut. That setup was nasty. That would have knocked anyone out. I'm thinking you're talking about Povetkin. Lavita Boxio says he hated White. I think we're talking about Joshua, yeah. Romania Mike says salute from Vegas. Salute, salute. Yeah, Deuce, I agree. AJ became cautious after the Vlad fight. You know, when he got dropped, he became cautious for two reasons. He became cautious because he didn't want to get hit and dropped again, and he became cautious because of the fact that his stamina. You know, I think he got afraid of punching himself out and burning himself out. All right. Boxing pound for pound, Jack says if Fury wanted to dance, he would have picked a 24 by 24-foot ring. Feel you on that. Okay, got a good point. Tommy says no, he was not knocked down. Yeah, I can't remember too well. Oh, Oscar Rivas did knock down Dillian Whyte from an uppercut too. He did. He did. He did. Yeah, guys are making some good points. That's why I love y'all, because y'all come here, y'all real boxing fans, man. You guys really always put in some good have some good input. All right, so we're watching the what's these two guys' names? The Isaac Lowe and Nick Ball fight. Um, this is probably the most competitive. I think this is the only fight on the undercard where I think, you know, I'm not familiar with Echo Usman's opponent, Mr. Darren Tetley. I'm not familiar with him. So he may be pretty good. I don't know. I'm not familiar with him. So I don't want to speak on that fight. But this fight is probably the most even fight on this undercard. All right. Now I'm not saying it's gonna be a good fight. And they obviously don't have the biggest names here. You know, I don't know if you UK guys might definitely be a little bit more familiar with these two that's about to fight. They're showing Dillian Whyte enter the arena now. I know Fury got in there like an hour ago, but Dillian Whyte is just now walking to his dressing room. You can see his brother, his brother Dean White in the background. I think that's his brother. His brother's a big guy. His brother's much bigger. He's even bigger than him. Nick Ball is really short, man, and he's a what is this? Oh, is this a featherweight fight? Nick Ball is only 5'2". Wow, really short. Leonard, thanks for the support, man. Leonard Sterling says within 2 hours, Wembley has a curfew. Have you ever watched Usman the late edition? Some think Ben should fight him. Undercard, shit, cleaning and listening. Yo, I have seen Usman fight. Uh, he's very explosive, and I want to see more from him. But from what I've seen, I would like, he looks good enough to fight Conor Ben, but I want to see a little bit more from him first. But he's not young, so if I were to find out that Conor Ben was going to fight Usman next, I would be happy with that over the Keith Van Heerden fight that we just got. Because at least with that fight, I would be like a little bit more interested. Like, oh, where's that going to, a lot of people want the Florian Markle fight. Not really into that fight that much neither, but it's not a bad opponent for Chris, for Ben. So this would be a good fight. And I want the David Avenesian, now. But Leonard, thanks again for the donation. And yeah, smash that like button for sure, y'all. And let's get into this Low and Ball fight. All right, we're in the first round here. And like I said before, Ball is he's a 5'2" featherweight. 5'2" featherweight. This guy is so short, man. Yeah, he's stocky. I mean, he doesn't look drained though. Like he's just like a short little diesel dude, I'm sure if he wanted to try to drain himself a little bit more, he could probably definitely fight like at 122 or 118 even. He probably could get down to 182. I think if he were to get down to 118, he would probably be a monster down there, But he probably can't cut that low because he looks like naturally a little stocky. So far in this fight, you see Low got in on him on the right hand. Ball is definitely the more athletic between the two. Like he moves very, very well. He steps in very quickly at times, and he knows how to. He got a little explosion in him. He's been jumping and stepping in and catching Low with some good shots, some good combinations too, and he knows how to get. He knows distance. He's pretty good for a short guy. He's definitely been stepping in and landing the better shots, in my opinion, from what I've seen. We've got about 45 seconds left in this first round. Deterion, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate that. Good looking out. Low's having a little trouble with Ball's timing. All right, he's trying to get in. He caught him with a nice left hook, and Ball caught him back in that exchange. Yeah, he's having a little issue this first round with Ball's timing. All right, and Ball's level change. He's short, but he's able to get so low and get out of the way, of those shots. I like Ball that first round. But like I said earlier, I think this is probably going to be the most competitive undercard matchup. All right. He said, "How is this dude shorter than the ropes?" White did duck Atowali. He did, without a doubt. He ducked him. He ducked him because he knew he was due for a title shot. And I made a video about that, and I said that it is a duck, but he ducked him to fight the champion. which is what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at that. Was it a duck? Yes. Yes. He's one fight away from the title. And I think not that I'm giving him a pass, but I actually am giving him a pass for a guy that has literally had so many fighters thrown his way while being the number one WBC fighter for so long. I'm not mad at that fight, you know, especially with the people that he's had to face over the years by being a high ranked fighter. After the Joshua loss, he pretty much fought all of some of, not all of them, but many of the best heavyweights that weren't champs. So I give him a lot of credit for that. Ball steps in and lands two, three. He lands two big uppercuts, right? And landed like at least two or three more left hands. I don't even know if they were so fast, man. He stepped in, and they might have been hooks. Oh, big right hand lands, and he's hitting low with some really, really big shots. Like he almost dropped low in that round or that moment. We're still 2 minutes away from the end of this round. All right. So far, Ball is dominant this round so far. All right. Low is still he's having trouble with Ball's timing and in the way that he's able to disclose the distance on him so quickly. You know, he's short, but he can move blazing fast, get in and land some big shots. He looks very impressive, and he's so fast. Low's tying up, and Ball is just trying to squeeze in some uppercuts. Low can't deal with his speed. Minute left in the second round. Big round for Ball. Yeah, Ball is really, really explosive, man. I actually like him. Like what I'm seeing from him right now. Oh, big left hook lands on Low, and Low is down, and he's hurt. Ball's trying to finish him off, and Low immediately ties up. 20 seconds left in the round. Another big left hand lands. Another one. Low is hurt. Ball's trying to get him out of there. 15 seconds left. I don't know if Low's going to make it. The ref is letting it go. All right, Ball. Don't punch yourself out now. All right, Low survives the second round and gives him a dirty look. Bro, you just got beat down the entire round. What are you looking at? Go to your corner and get some rest. Good round. Good round for Ball. Big round for Ball. All right, that's the end of the second round. Lavia Basel, thanks. Yo, the thing is with my reactions, and sometimes I react and I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. Like I might jump and be like, and then I'm watching like, all right, let me understand what's going on here. Like, is that a real knockdown? Ball is quick, man. He's quick and he's explosive. I actually like him. I like what I see from him. I could see him getting to a title fight. You know, a few more fights down the line. This is a good. He's very explosive, man, and I can see some good fights. You know, with some of the top fighters down the line. You know, if he continues to improve, but he's very, very explosive, man. He's short, but he knows how to close the distance so quickly, man. He has great legs and good. I mean, from what I see here, he has good power. You know, I got to see how he looks against the elite fighters again. Explodes on him. And Low just, You know, I see what Lowe trying to do. You know, what Lowe needs to try to time him and catch him with a check left hook as he just, you know, dashes in. But he hasn't been able to do it, man. I just don't think he got the timing right. And I don't think he has the legs to step out of the way so easily. You know, I don't know. I think he's trying to do it, but he just hasn't really connected yet. Ball is bleeding a lot from his nose. A lot. Another left hand lands for Ball. Isaac Lowe's having a better round. He's actually starting to come forward. He's landing some good shots to the body. Oh, there was a headbutt between the two. Yes, that cut. Lowest cut above his left eye, and that was definitely from the headbutt. A lot of pressure come from Lowe now. Now Lowe is walking forward and he's closing the gap, and now he's starting to use his size, and now he's attacking the body. The ref still hasn't seen that cut or that head clash. I don't think I'm sure they'll tell him on the side later. Nice right hand lands for Ball. But Lowe is actually having a good round, coming forward and forcing Ball to fight on the back foot a little bit. Nice left hook lands for Ball. 20 seconds left in the third round. And another head clash. I seen it. Same way. Same way. Oh, man. Isaac Lowe look a mess. He looks a mess, but good round for him, though. Good round. Good round for him. I don't know if he won that round, but it was his best round for sure. Actually, a pretty good fight, y'all. What's good, God of War? Yeah, what are the odds for Fury and White? I didn't even check. All right, sorry about that. I had to get on my phone real quick. What do you see? Plus 400 for White? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's happening here? Oh, they're showing the headbutt now. That was nasty. So Ball's now starting to come forward a little bit and go to the body a little bit more. Lowe is letting his hands go. It's just not the same Isaac Lowe we saw in the first two rounds. He's coming forward now, and he's fully engaging with Ball, and this is starting to become a phone booth fight here. Both of them are trading, and Ball lands a big combination. Ball clearly has more power, though. I feel like whenever Ball lands something big, it hurts Lowe, and he's already knocked him down. But Lowe is he's fighting tough, man, and he's coming forward and he's taking his shots. Really good fight so far. Nice war, nice little scrap we got here. Lowe is bleeding a lot from that left eye. And Ball is still bleeding from his nose. And he has a mouse under his right eye. Nice 1-2 to the body lands for Ball. Ball is still landing the cleaner shots, in my opinion. The clear shots. But Lowe is going to he's attacking the body a lot more. Nice combination lands for Ball again. Lowe is still coming forward, attacking the body. Really, really scrappy fight now. 40 seconds left in the 4th round. This is a 10-rounder. And now, you know, Ball is a small guy, but he's very strong. And he's pushing Lowe against the ropes, and he's having his way. He's actually a smaller guy, but he's being a bully in the majority of this fight. Having some nice exchanges. Think Ball is getting through cleaner, though. But Lowe is doing his thing. He's going to the bodies. 10 seconds left in the 4th round. And it looks like they're going to make it out this round. I think Ball might be cut, too, above his right eye. I think he might have a small cut there. I can't tell. What's up, Aaron? What do you guys think of this fight? What do you guys think of this fight? Nah, sorry, no mirror. No mirror today, man. No mirror. People have been asking me for a mirror ever since I've been going live. What do you guys think of this fight? Anybody in here watching this fight? It's a pretty good fight. After this fight, I believe there's only one more fight on the undercard before we get Fury and Dillian Whyte. It's 3:30 p.m. here, so it's 8:30 p.m. in the UK. The doctor is checking out Isaac Lowe's cut, and it looks like they're gonna let the fight continue. He has a really, really bad cut over that eye. I tell you one thing though, you say what you want about this undercard. The schedule is moving very quickly because we only have one more undercard fight before the main fight. You know, we're 2 hours away from the scheduled walkout. So I think they might try to get these guys out there to fight earlier. And it seems like the arena is not even filled. I see a lot of empty seats out there still. All right, so we're in the 5th round of this scrap, and this has become a really messy fight because of Lowe's eye. The cut above his eye he's bleeding a lot, and the longer this fight continues, I can see the doctor possibly stopping it if this fight, you know, I don't know if they're gonna let this go to the end if this cut gets any worse. But it's a messy fight. It's blood all over the place on both of these guys. Lowe has white trunks, and his blood covering the front of of his trunks are covered in blood. And Ball has blood over his body from Lowe. But not for nothing, man. You know, as I'm watching it, Lowe looks like he kind of leads with his head a lot, you know. He definitely does. So it's no surprise that there's I actually seen like 1 or 2 other head clashes that weren't as heavy. Nice combo lands for Ball. We're a minute left in this 5th round. Ball is landing the cleaner shots, man. You know, Low is actually the aggressor now, and Ball is fighting on his back foot, but he's still landing the cleaner shots. And he's landing some big, heavy shots. You know, it's just that Low is just pressing a lot more. He's been pressing a lot more since the 2nd round. I think maybe even I think it's since the head clash. I think Low started just to be a lot more aggressive and come forward. Ball just switched to a southpaw for a second. I thought he was gonna do something with it. Isaac Lowe got cut in his 3rd round from a head clash. All right, 5th round done. AI says the doctor's going to stop it. Yeah, that cut is pretty bad. I actually want them to get close up on it. I know I see a lot of blood, but I haven't seen how wide the cut is or how deep the cut is. But he's definitely bleeding a lot. And if they stop it at this point, being that I think it's, what is it, 4 rounds? I think you have to be in 4 rounds. If we go past 4 rounds, they pick the winner based on who's up on the scorecards. And I believe Ball should be up on the scorecards, especially with the knockdown he scored in the 2nd. And you know, the 6th round just started, and even Low is bleeding so much that as soon as he's out the corner, the blood is already streaming down his entire face. So maybe they will stop it and go to the scorecards. Low is fighting as if he knows the fight is going to get stopped, though. He's being super aggressive. The only problem is he's smothering his own punches by being so aggressive and fighting on the inside that he's not getting them shots clean like the way Ball is. You know, Ball is still getting through better with his shots, even on the inside, even though Low is definitely throwing more punches. I don't know what Fury is going to listen to coming into the ring. I have no idea. He's completely unpredictable. Speaking of Fury, I know he's been saying that he was thinking about retirement after this fight. I don't believe him. You know, I don't really tend to believe Tyson Fury much. I think he says any. Oh, I'll tell you in a second. The towel's thrown. Was the towel thrown? Yeah, the towel was thrown. All right. I had to figure out what was going again. Nick Ball just stopped Isaac Lowe. And let me tell you what happened. I believe Nick Ball hit him with a big shot, which made Lowe turn, and his head was underneath the top rope. And the ref didn't step in. And then once he started to turn around, Ball hit him with a monster uppercut that actually hurt him and put him down. And he kept continuing landing uppercuts, and they stopped the fight. He drops, and they stop the fight. And you know, that's the thing that I see a lot in fights. And you know, it's really up to the ref. Every ref reacts a different way to a fighter's turning around. You know what I'm saying? Some referees will just let it continue. Like I believe Yeah, his back is turned, and I think he was low was I think he was expecting. I think he wasn't expecting Ball to hit him again. The referee let the fight continue. Sometimes a ref will stop and jump in between a fighter. If a fighter turns around, I've seen refs stop the fight. I've seen refs get in the middle, in between the both of them, and score a knockdown. I've seen so many outcomes to this. This ref just let it continue, and there was like a good 5-second pause between the first punch and the second punch, and Lowe was just in the corner, like just with his head down, and Ball was just standing right behind him, waiting for him to turn around so he can land that monster uppercut. The ref did not get involved in at all until he was, ready to stop the fight. But good stoppage and very good win for Ball. He's definitely a guy that I think is worth checking out. If you never seen him, I think he's definitely worth checking out. Like if you're into the featherweights, you know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely worth checking out for real. I like him. Davida Abaxio says, yeah, this Ball kid made good use of his angles. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Bad ref, God of War said. Again, I don't know because he, when fighters turn around and duck their head like that, something needs to happen. And again, the ref let the fight continue. The ref could have easily stopped it. I've seen fights where the ref just stopped it because the person was hurt and he turned around, and I think if he had stopped it at that point, it would have been a premature stoppage. God of War says Lowe had his head between the ropes. The ref needs to get in between them. Well, if he's going to get in between them, I think it should be a standing 8 count or something, like because he got caught with a big shot. And for you to react that way, something needs to happen. But he let it continue and he got caught and he got stopped. The thing is, who did Joshua fight? Who did he fight where that kept turning around on him? He fought this guy. I can't remember anyone's name today. Pulev. Pulev in the Pulev fight, Pulev just kept turning around. And I think the ref kept getting in between him every time he did that. But he did it like 3 times. And, in that point, like, you can't, because it's a form of protecting yourself, but by turning around like that, especially when you're getting massacred, I don't know, man. It's a call that every referee handles that differently. Yeah, I'm getting old. I just forget people's names sometime, man. All right, so we got one more undercard fight. I think that was a good fight though. That was a pretty good fight. I like that fight. But we have one more fight to go. And we got Fury and Dillian Whyte after that. So maybe that'll be great if we're a little ahead of schedule, Yeah, Low isn't really good, but you can still see what Ball can do. You can tell when a guy's explosive. Again, someone mentioned his angles was really good. He has good power. He moves his feet very quickly. I think you've seen it as early as the second round. Like He knows how to use his reach and his lack of reach and height towards his advantage. Like not like in the way Isaac Cruz does it, but he just knows how to get ring coverage like really quick, like really like lightning fast. You know. And they're just showing some Tyson Fury stuff right now, showing how he blew up in weight and how he came back. Yeah, me personally, I would give you a standing 8. I mean, if you're just gonna turn and go like this, or put your head in between the ropes, and you're just in the corner, I personally think, like, I mean, this ref let it continue. I think at the very least he should if he's gonna get in between the two, like give him a standing 8 count and stuff, because we don't want it to be a habit like the Pulev fight, where a guy just gets hit and then he kind of like runs off, you know. There's a lot of betting guys in here, I see. Yeah, I seen Pulev on Triller, but you know what? I'm not mad at fighters that go to Triller. If they're gonna get paid, get paid. I mean, at this point, no one's really looking for Pulev to fight any top fighter at this point. They put him in there with Frank Mir. Frank Mir probably should have retired like 10 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Frank Mir should not be fighting still. He just shouldn't, and he should not be boxing. And especially not against a guy that's been in 2 world title fights. Pulev been in there with Klitschko. Pulev been in there with Joshua. There's no reason why Pulev should be fighting Frank Mir in a boxing ring. That's just crazy. Now, I feel bad for some of these guys that get older. They probably still need the money. It's just crazy. But Trilla is doing the same thing that a lot of bigger promoters or new promoters or networks do. They're throwing a lot of money out there to get the fighters to come over. It reminds me of Rock Nation, that year back in like, we're talking like 2013, 2014, where they were trying to sign, all the Al Heyman fighters, and they were throwing big purses at them to get them over there. It didn't really work out with them, but they tried it. I think 50 Cent, remember when 50 Cent was a promoter for a little bit? I think I don't know how well the money was with him though. I know he had who do you have? Gamboa. He had Anthony Durrell. He had Billy Dibb. Right? He had Billy Dibb. He had a few fighters. Do I know of any fights being delayed or canceled? And not that I know of, at least not today. You thought my name was Purnell. That's funny. Nah, Matt, you missed Tommy Fury. They actually put Tommy Fury first, which I was very surprised by that. Tommy Fury was the first undercard fight on the pay-per-view. We seen 3 fights on the undercard of the pay-per-view. And what's going on here? Oh, what are they doing? Like a donation or auction to the Ukrainians? You can tell that they're way ahead of schedule because there's still a lot of seats that haven't been filled in the arena. Yeah, Tommy Fury was first, and he won a decision. Oh, okay. If you pay for the pay-per-view or the tickets, yes, it could be reimbursed if you choose to. Or you can still normally hold on to your tickets. Like the one or two fights that got delayed, there was one time where I got reimbursed for my tickets, and there was another time where I kept my tickets and I had the same seats and everything. The tickets stood for the rescheduled fight. Yeah. So if a fighter, they say it's not rescheduled, but they still have like a replacement, like Manny Pacquiao and Spence. When Spence pulled out of the fight and decided to fight Usyk, you can get a reimbursement because of Spence not fighting. So you can get reimbursed for that. So if a fight is canceled or if a fighter is replaced, and I believe we're talking about now, if an undercard fight is, let's say, canceled, I don't know how that works. I've never dealt with that before. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. About flight and hotel bookings, well, that's different because again, I think that doesn't depend on a fight. I think that depends on the bookings through the airline or the hotel itself. Like, did you get cancellation insurance? And whenever you book anything somewhere, they always ask you, if you want to pay extra for the cancellations. So I think that really depends. That has nothing to do with the fight himself. Yeah, I've done it before, and I don't know. I've always paid extra for flights and hotel bookings whenever I travel. It's because just in case the fight gets canceled or whatever. You know, you know, I actually went when I went to London. I don't know, a couple years ago, 2019. I'm sure some of you may remember when I had took a trip to London. I had booked that was supposed to be for Anthony Joshua against whoever. Um, I guess what's the name? What's the big guy's name? Oh, there's another name that I can't remember that he was supposed to fight before Andy Ruiz, Gerald Miller. So he was supposed to fight in Wembley in April of that year, and I booked a flight to London that year. Flight, I booked a hotel, everything that I was doing, I booked out there early. Like I'm talking like early, like December early. Once I knew they secured the date for Wembley. Once they canceled that, they end up coming to New York and fighting. But I still went on my trip to London, you know. But everything could have been canceled. I didn't purchase tickets yet. All I knew is that they secured a date for Wembley, and then I just booked around that date. So it happens, it happens. It definitely happens. I think that's the one thing that's scary about booking a fight or buying tickets for a fight that you have to travel for. You know, I was going to book Spence and Pacquiao, but luckily my boy talked me out of it. If it wasn't for my boy, I probably would have just wasted money on that purchasing the tickets because he had a feeling that it wasn't going to work out between Spence and Pacquiao. And I ended up didn't go and actually cover that fight live here on this channel between Pacquiao and Ugas. But yeah, it happens, man. It's very risky. It's very risky with boxing. You just never know. Yeah, yeah. No, I did go to Joshua and Ruiz. I was there. I was there. I was up on a ring too. I had great seats. I paid a lot of money that day at the Joshua Ruiz fight. And That was nuts. Most of the people there, I could say that the majority of people there were definitely travelers. A lot of people from a lot of British fans was out there that day. But I actually haven't been to a live fight in over 2 years now. And I normally go to about 5 or 6 of them a year. You know, I haven't been to a live fight since uh Jamal Charlo against Dennis Hogan in the Barclays. That's the last fight I'm into. And I went to a few fights that year. I know that year I went to Joshua Ruiz. That same year, 2019, that I haven't been to a fight since 2019. That Charlo fight was in December. All right, so the next fight is starting. We getting Echo Usman right now, and this is the last fight before the main event. Yeah, I would have loved to go to Spence Ugas. I would have loved to go. I couldn't go because I had things going on here, so I couldn't travel down there for that. But I'm still due to go to Dallas to watch a fight down there in Dallas Stadium. Uh, I'm not sure if I'm going to Davis and Rowley. I might be. My boy hit me up. He wants to go. I looked at the tickets. I'm not happy about the price of the tickets. So I'm gonna see how they look on the week of the fight. If they go down, then I'll go. But I don't really care to see the fight like that. Uh, I just kind of want to go to a fight. And, my boy wants to go to the fight for sure, but I'm not happy about the tickets, and I don't like going to a fight unless I'm like either floor or like the area, the space right above the floor where like I got a good view. If you're not, I don't think tickets are worth it unless you're like you got a decent view of the fight. I'd rather just watch it at home and cover it live. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know. All right, so we got Usman and Tetley. And again, I'm not familiar with Tetley. I see that he's a southpaw. Um, a lot of movement from him so far. I've seen Usman fight before. He's pretty explosive himself. He got good power, got decent boxing ability. Let's see how he does against the southpaw. And these guys are welters. Yeah, he's is it Teatley or is Teatley? It's not Tetley, it's Teatley. Esselman is being very aggressive now. Started off a little slow, but now he's getting the shots off, and Teatley's already trying to tie up. Esselman is doing a good job slipping the straight lefts. Want to see some counters. Nice body shots from Esselman. Yeah, more activity from Esselman, but not a lot of clean shots landed from neither one. But Esselman is definitely in control. .20 seconds left in the round. Kind of a slow round so far. Esmond is kind of, well, Teely's tying up with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? Mm. All right, round one for Esmond. Not a lot of clean punching though. A lot of tying up and stuff. Not much going on that round. But it definitely his round. Teely really didn't really have anything for him. Do say still can't believe Eddie Hearn outbid. Yeah, you know what? To be honest, when it comes to this Fury fight with White, I don't even like the way they promoted it. I don't like when they're just the entire time up to like last week they were still talking about the fight not happening, or White wasn't promoting this, or they have a replacement fighter for him. They promoted the fight as if there was still like a lot of behind the scenes things that was going wrong between the two parties. And I don't like when a fight is we leading up to the week of the fight and we're still talking about like issues between the two camps, you know, as far as the politics is concerned. And I didn't really like it. It made me feel like the fight wouldn't really happen. You know, I was just not sure what was going on. And that's why I really didn't make any videos about this fight until I did the breakdown. You know, and to be honest, I'm gonna be more like that now. If you notice, like in the videos that I've put out like recently, the last couple of weeks, I just been doing videos on actual fights. You know, I've been doing a lot of breakdown videos and post fight videos and potential fight videos and stuff, but I'm not going to be doing too much like he said, she said, this party, this promoter said this, that promoter. I don't want to keep making videos about that. You know, I'm not going to keep making videos about the politics, and unless it's a slow week and I got no breakdowns to do. You know, I'm just not going to do it. They're showing Tyson Fury in the training room or his locker room. He's pretty much ready to go. You know, he's all taped up, relaxed. Don't have his gloves on yet, obviously, but I mean, he looks like he's chilling. He's ready to go. He's not warming up or anything though. So in the second round, this is Esman Teatley fight, and they starting to let the hands fly a little bit now in this round. Yeah, Esman is still. I think Esman is still in control for the most part, but uh I ain't seen no explosiveness or no power from him though. It doesn't look like he's connected with anything that really bothered Teatley at all. 30 seconds left in the second. Another Esserman round so far. Yeah, no narratives, man. None. None. Uh Lawrence Oakley, I like him a lot. Wasn't that impressed with his last fight because it that was the first fight in a long time where I felt like there was a lot of tying up and holding, like similar to some of his earlier fights, you know. So I wasn't impressed with that last one. I mean, excuse me. And I know it was a really good opponent, but I still have questions. I don't. I'm not convinced that he beats. Um, he's a guy. I can't remember anyone's name today. I can't. What's this guy? that's been chasing Jake Paul? Let me know in the comments. I can't remember. I'm forgetting everyone's name today. Man, what's the fighter in cruiserweight that I'm talking about right now? Let me know in the comments. Breedis. Yeah, I'm not convinced by that last performance that he beat Breedis. Welcome to middle age wave. Yeah, I'm not convinced that he beats Breedis with that last performance. I think leading up to that fight, I was thinking like, maybe he has a good chance. I know he wants to fight now. I do think though that he's one of the top 2 or 3 cruisers right now, though, for sure. But I think Breedis is a world class. Like he's a top level fighter, and I still feel like Lawrence Okoli is still he's improving, but I feel like he's still learning as well. You know what I'm saying? But the fight should happen for sure. I'm not saying the fight shouldn't happen. I'm not like me saying that. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's not ready. He is a champion, and I believe that he's ready. But I'm not sure if he beats Maris Breedis right now. Breedis is really, really good, really, really experienced too. And he's been in there with top cruiserweights for years now. And I haven't seen much signs of him slowing down. This fight is a really scrappy fight because Tetley is not, Usman, not Usman. Usman is definitely being aggressive here, but he's smothering his own punches, and T. Lee is just trying to hold, and he's not really. There's no offense from him. He's not really giving us anything. Oh man, this is definitely by far the most boring fight on this card so far. This is not the fight you put on right before the main event. This should have been the first fight on the card. And I know the Tommy Fury fight was boring too, but it was better than this one. That Nick Ball fight should have been the fight, the pre, main event or the co-main event or whatever. That should have been right before this fight. I mean, right before Fury. They didn't do a good job with this card at all. And I get it. A lot of money is going into the main event, I'm sure these purses are not high for these guys, but this is a very disappointing. I mean, if I'm a boxing channel and I'm covering it, and I'm never gonna use a streaming service to just bootleg the fight. But I probably wouldn't have covered this or I would have definitely not ordered this pay-per-view if I wasn't covering the fight. As much as I want to see these two fight, the undercard is very poor undercard, and we all knew it. We all saw it. We all saw it. This is bad. That Ball fight was good based on Nick Ball being a good explosive fighter. I wasn't really into Isaac Lowe too much, but no one really performed tonight. David Adelaide too. He was. I mean, these guys didn't really. They're not really. There's no real good scraps here. It's a pay-per-view fight, but it's not a pay-per-view undercard. Bring in Big John. What's up, Eddie Morales? Was good. Shout out to everyone that can't watch the fight and that's here just to listen. You know, shout out to everyone that is they're working or you're busy doing stuff in the house or whatever it is, taking care of your family, and you just want to tune in while you're doing whatever you do. You know, if you haven't already, smash that like button as well. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. I am happy that this is moving very quickly. I mean, we're in the 4th round of this fight, and the based on the way this fight is going, this is a 12 rounder, y'all. There's a chance that this is probably gonna go all the way to the 12th, and we're only 4 rounds in. And oh, nice combo land by Teatley. Nice little combo, but neither one of these guys got big power. You know, they're not KO artists. And this is probably gonna go the whole 12. Usman is winning the fight, but he's not really bothering Teatley with the shots. Oh, and I changed my mind. Somebody said something about Conor Benn actually fighting Esselman, and I changed my mind. I wouldn't want to see that. You know, I wouldn't want to see that fight alive. I'm taking that back. So I seen him fight before, and I remember him dominating someone. And it was probably a guy that really wasn't that good. Teatley is a southpaw, and he knows how to use the ring, and I think, and he knows how to tie up, you know, and protect himself. And I think that's part of the reason why this fight really isn't going anywhere. Esselman kind of like he looks like Chris Colbert a little bit to me. Just like a bigger version of him, but he got the same kind of haircut, just not colored hair. He looks like him in the face a little bit too. Oh, big left hook for Esselman. That was a nice hook. Didn't hurt him though. Teatley still coming forward. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, y'all, for the support. It's not Teatley, it's Tetley. All right, I started with Tetley, and then I heard Tim Bradley say Teatley, and then I started saying Teatley, and now you're telling me it's Tetley. Tetley. Got you. Triller would have been a better undercard and Beyonce. All right, EC, I got you. I read your comment. Thank you. Thank you. Rule of life: never listen to Tim Bradley, especially when it comes to names, right? Oh, nice straight left lands by Tetley. Caught him right. Timed that one perfectly. Neither one of these guys got any real power though. Yeah, Tetley's actually boxing pretty good. Aaron, thank you, man. One of my biggest supporters of the channel, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that support, man. Oh, whoa. Esselman got Tetley hurt. Had him on the ropes and landed about good 4 or 5 punches just now. Tetley took it though. Oh, so Bradley's saying Tetley now too. Somebody must have corrected him. I thought Esselman was gonna give us something right there, man. Maybe get a stoppage. Yeah, Tetley looks like he's a little shaken up from that combination that landed. He started off the last, he was actually boxing well the last round. He started off this round pretty good until he got caught. La Vida Boxio, thank you as well, man. Appreciate your support, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody smash that like button, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Esselman is having a good round. He's having a good round. I don't know. Maybe he needs to go to that body a little bit. He's been headhunting a lot. Maybe he needs to go to the body a little bit more, you know? So I think he needs to go. Tetley seems to. Oh, Tetley lands a big left hand and it backs Esselman up a little bit. The main event is next. If you're just joining us, it's the very next fight. All right, we're almost halfway through the last undercard. This is going to be a 12 rounder, so. And this is a 12 rounder because I think this is like for some junior WBC belt or something. Let me check real quick. Let me check. Because I want to see why is this a 12 round? Okay, yeah, for it's for the British welterweight title. Okay. I see. Oh, well, if this is for the British title, I can see a Connor been fighting him now. You know? I can see that fight happening now. You know? I can see that happening. If Connor even cares to win that title, but now I see why this is a 12 rounder. It's also for the IBF European welterweight title. Uh, but they should have still, I know, and I know this is for a title and everything, but I still feel like this fight kind of killed the momentum leading up to the Fury fight. I mean, even though you don't have any big names on there, I still think it's important on how you place the order of these fights, especially because people don't want to listen to the whole card or they don't even want to go to the arena until right before the main event. I think that last fight would have been a better matchup for but right before the main event. But that's all right. I'm sure Fury will come out to something funny. I don't know if he's gonna come out to some kind of theme in this fight here. Whatever he's coming out in, he's in a locker room right now, just in a regular t-shirt. I don't know if he's gonna come out to some theme. I know Dillian Whyte isn't, but maybe he'll liven up the crowd in his ring entrance. Yeah, yo, I know Bradley is bored because he's hardly saying anything. And normally he's like talking a lot, especially when he's on there with Andre Ward. You know, I feel like when he's doing commentary with Ward, he's competing with Ward. You know what I'm saying? We're in the 6th round. We got about 45 seconds 45 seconds left in the round. Um, it's a slow fight, man. It's a slow fight. Dillian and Tyson is next, y'all. They are next. Nah, I think Tim is not calling it boring because I think he's trying to be professional. It's a British fight, you know. It's hard to get into it, man. I mean, look, even me doing commentary here, it's hard. I'm trying to give y'all coverage of the fight, but it's nothing happening. You know, every round has been the same pace. It's hard to get, you know, you want to like a big shot to land, or you want something, you know, even if it's a cut or a knockdown, or you want something to change the pace of the fight a little bit so you can talk about it, but you know, something to wow you a little bit. But there's literally nothing happening in the fight. You know, Esserman is still throwing more punches. Tetley is still holding, you know, a lot, and it's just killing the momentum in the fight. Neither one of them have any big power. They're showing Dillian Whyte now in the back room, just chilling and waiting as well. He's all taped up as well. All right, so we're in the seventh, and you know, Esserman is still doing. He's the busier fighter. You know, he's landing more shots, and he's just overall he's just the aggressor between the two. You know, I think he's clearly winning. Tetley had some success, but Esserman landed a big left hook just now. I thought he had Tetley hurt, but he didn't. Esserman seems to be picking up the pace even more this round. And Tetley's been getting hit a lot so far this round. Let's see if it goes anywhere. And still no real damage on the faces of neither one of these fighters, you know, with all the punches that have landed between the both of them. No one seems to be really damaged. You know, these are not like heavy punchers here. Tetley's trying to work on the inside, but he's kind of his punches are getting smothered for sure. I didn't hear about Parker and remember I have the volume on, but you know I'm not listening to everything they're saying because I hear myself talking. But that'll be good if they confirm Joseph Parker and what's his name, Joe Joyce. I like that fight. I said it before in a video that I'm definitely good with that fight. That should be a good fight. Should be a very good fight. You know. You know, Joe Joyce is Joe Joyce is a problem for anyone that can't hurt him. Joe Joyce is a problem for anyone. Nice combination land by Esserman. He landed about a good 3 or 4 shots just there. Yeah, Joe Joyce is going to be a problem for whoever can't hurt him. You know, because he's never going to stop punching. He's awkward. It's not pretty to look at, but he's tough to beat, man. Just because his pressure. He's not slick by any means. He doesn't have good defense. He doesn't move his head. He's extremely slow, but he's effective, man. You know, and Joseph Parker, you know, who is very durable, and he's still, you know, I don't know if he's in his prime anymore. He might not be in his absolute prime, but you know, coming off of the win, a dominant win in my eyes to Derek Chisora, and I feel like Parker could have stopped Chisora if he really wanted to. You know, he hurt Chisora way too many times and didn't follow it up with anything. He kind of just backed off of him. But I think you know, I don't know if Joseph Parker is capable of hurting Joe Joyce, but I believe him to be pretty durable. And if he's able to, you know, if he has the endurance to go to 12 with Joe Joyce, I think he can win on points. But I know he definitely has some stamina issues in the past in certain fights. He's a very quick fighter. He's very fast, but he slows down as well as the fight goes. It's not a bad fight, though. It's not a bad matchup. You know, if Joe Joyce is able to win that one, he'll definitely be due for a title shot soon. I think the problem with Joe Parker is that he's too nice of a guy. J Max says he has a feeling. What? There's a lot of people that think Tyson Fury is going to get knocked out today. And maybe there's not a lot. Maybe it's just the comments that I've seen and the comments that I received and I've seen on social media. But there's a fair amount of people out there that believe that Fury's getting knocked out today. No, I did not see Dillian Whyte confront Suleiman. I know Suleiman is there. But I probably wasn't paying attention to it because I was probably just talking to you guys. Well, if Fury, first of all, let's just say if Fury were to stop, I'm sorry, if White were to stop Fury in some kind of way, I don't think it would be in a way that Wilder would do it. You know, like the way Wilder dropped him in those two fights. You know, I think Wilder, you know, I think if Fury were to stop or White stop Fury, it would just be him continuously knocking Fury down and having Fury hurt. You know, Fury getting up, not being recovered, and continuously knocking him down. You know, it's possible, but I don't see it happening. I don't think it's going to happen off one punch. I could be wrong, but I don't see it happening off one punch. Fury has shown to be very durable, and he's recovered well. In fact, anytime he gets knocked down, I think the hardest part of getting back up is not him being like still confused or what's going on. It's just more like he looks like he struggled to get himself back up because he's so heavy, you know, especially in that third fight. It looks like it's hard for him to get off the floor because he's so heavy compared to like the first knockdowns. But I don't see White just knocking him out with one punch. You know, I don't see it. I think if White does get the stoppage, I can see the ref just stepping in and stuff and waving his arms because Fury is just getting pummeled. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. And I like White a lot. And I know he's strong and I know he has a lot of power. And I think he will drop Fury or hurt him at some point. But Fury recovers from what I've seen. You know, he recovers pretty quickly. And then I know in a lot of his earlier fights, he used to get hit a lot more. You know, you look at just the Cunningham fight, you look at the first Chisora fight. What other fights he was in? Some of his earlier fights, if you go back and watch them, like, you know, if you look at the fights, like maybe outside of the few before Klitschko, I think he used to get hit a lot more. He used to get rocked a lot more. But nah, I just think he recovers too well. I just can't see him just getting stretched out. You know? Nah, I'm not gonna play the sound too loud because I don't want it to distract me and take away from what I'm trying to say. You know, and I don't want to get flagged for the sound either. I probably won't, but you never know. I'm very careful with this live that I do with I have been flagged before, and I actually got uh I got banned from doing live videos for 3 months once for showing some of a fight. So I don't show anything anymore. And 3 months without a live video is too long. But thank you, J Mac. I appreciate the love. Also, you know the reason why I'm leaning towards Fury, and I know White is a different fighter than Deontay Wilder, but I just think when you're coming from that kind of fight, and then again, I always thought that White was dangerous for Wilder, but Fury, prepping against a guy that can end you with one punch, it's just a little bit more dangerous. I think White has to work harder to to get a stoppage. I think Wilder is he relied on his power so much that it was just like, you know what, he's a one trick pony. All I got to do is catch him with one shot. That's all I need. He never went in there to fight for 12 rounds. He never went in there for that. Dillian is different, and I think in that sense, it makes him a little less dangerous because, yes, he's more likely to win rounds than Wilder, but you're not really prepping for that one. Like, what Wilder can do. You felt his power. You know exactly what he's capable of. Dillian got a great left hook. I know he's knocked out a lot of people with that hook, but I just think it's different from Wilder preparation. Yeah, White is still with Hearn. That's the thing with people saying these heavyweights chins are suspect. I think I've seen White hurt by Rivas, hurt by Povetkin, obviously, and hurt by Joshua. I know he was going to war. I mean, how many big bombs did he get hit by with Chisora in that first fight? You know, I don't think he's chinny. I think when people say he's chinny, I don't believe that he's chinny. I think he takes a pretty good punch. I don't think people realize how hard Povetkin hits. You know, we're still one fight away from Fury and Dillian Whyte. If you're just checking in, hit that thumbs up for me though. If everyone that's in here, you know, let's get those thumbs up. We're in round 10 of the Usman Esserman Tetley fight. Oh, Joseph Parker too hurt him. Yeah, Joseph Parker did hurt him late, and he definitely caught him with a big shot. But I know Dillian was definitely in the lead in that fight. He had dropped Joseph Parker twice, and he looked very exhausted in that 12th round. Um, but I still wouldn't call him chinny. I just don't think he's chinny, man. You know, he's been hurt by the heavy hitters of the division. Oscar Rivas is very dangerous, and he's a puncher as well. Very dangerous puncher. These are all punchers. Before Fury got with Sugar Hill, he was never considered a puncher. Yeah, Foreman definitely fell from exhaustion against Ali. Foreman has a great chin, man, for sure. He's definitely, yeah, he was definitely hurt against. I mean, he was definitely tired against Ali. I mean, even before that, you just saw it in his punches. He just punched himself out, and it was a perfect game plan executed by Ali in that fight. Yeah, people thought Ali was gonna die. Just the lead up, like watching the docs on that fight. Foreman looks so crazy dangerous, the way he just destroyed Joe Frazier, man. I don't think anybody expected Ali to win. This mouthpiece for Esselman's mouthpiece fell out, I think. Or his mouthpiece is on the ground. I'm trying to see if the ref is gonna step in. I don't think the ref knows. I don't think the commentary knows. Does I don't think the ref knows his mouthpiece is on the ground. Tetley is oh whoa. Oh, time. He finally saw it. Damn, this guy was fighting like a good 30 seconds without a mouthpiece. And Tetley knew. Tetley was he was stepping it up, trying to get a couple teeth out of there. Tetley hasn't having a good round though. Good round. All right, it's 4:30 p.m. Eastern now. Again, remember they scheduled a ring walkout at 5:30, showing Dillian Whyte in his dressing room just jumping rope. Dillian Whyte about to get paid. They're saying that Dillian Whyte or Tyson Fury. I think. All right, I think Tyson Fury. I think they said Tyson Fury just the base pay is $31 million for this fight, and that's without the pay-per-view buys. I don't know. I don't really. I'm not the biggest pay-per-view expert, and I will never be because I hate making videos about pay-per-view numbers like some people are doing right now with Spence. I just don't care, you know, like it doesn't make I you know what I hate about Spence and Crawford? I hate when content creators will make 1,000 videos about what percentage the two of them should get for the fight and their pay-per-view numbers after every fight. I hate making content about that. In fact, like I'm pretty close to not like just not making content about that stuff no more. Because it's a great way for fanboys to validate a fight like not happening. Like a lot of fans are saying Bud better take 30% or less, or this fight shouldn't happen. And I don't feel like as a boxing fan, I just don't feel like a boxing fan should just be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm just kind of tired of doing it because it happened with Wilder and Joshua. It's part of the reason why that fight didn't happen. And I think, of course, business is business. And I think, fighters do, price themselves out and everything. But I just think as content creators, I don't think we should be sitting here just making so much content on the purses of these fighters, you know? Because you got half of fighters out there that are overpricing themselves, and then you got other fighters out there that could get paid more, but they're willing to take a pay cut in order to get the opportunity. And I just respect it more, Now, it's not that I don't respect the fighters that want to get paid, but I'm just saying, like, if you say as a fighter, like if you actually say, listen, I'm looking to make history, I'm looking to be a legend, I'm looking to be a future Hall of Famer. I think that has to do with the decisions you make and what you have to do in order to be great and get these title opportunities. Sometimes you have to take a pay cut. I think these belts are for the belts are for sale. Let's be real. Let's be real. The belts are for sale. Devin Haney is learning that right now. The belts are for sale, and if you want to, Dillian Whyte is learning that here too. You know, we know what the rules are. What the sanctioning bodies as far as percentages and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Like, you waited this long, and when the fight almost didn't happen because of the purse, I was very disappointed. Because even though I think I know Dillian Whyte is a star out there. I know he's filled in seats and stuff. I just felt like, man, you waited this long. Don't let the WBC win. They've done everything in their power to keep you from getting a title shot all this time. Suck it up. Take the fight. And I know it's easy for me to say that because I'm just sitting here in my living room, talking boxing. I'm not in there, but I want you to get that. You're gonna be making history, and I want you to get that opportunity, and fight for a title, and that's what I want for all the fighters. I want them to get paid, especially because of what they do for a living. It's very dangerous. You can lose your life in there. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I want you to make history. I want unification. I want undisputed. I want challenging fights. I want you to fight what the people all these fighters and all these promoters and managers, they know exactly what people want. They know what, if you go and you're doing a press run and the people with the microphones, the reporters, if they are just asking you specifically about the same fighter every single time you do an interview, then that's because there's a demand for that fight. So I hate when, like, certain managers, like a Leonard Ellaby, for example, act like, no, nobody wants that fight. Nobody wants this fight. Like, nobody wants Tank and Lomachenko. Nobody wants Spence and Crawford. If you do an interview and you make it seem as if people are not asking for this fight, where people are only asking you or these fighters about that other opponent, don't pretend like that's not a real thing. Me personally, I would like for Spence and Crawford to just be 50-50 because their names are linked with each other. Like, I know Crawford has had more successful pay-per-views. I know that not Crawford. I know Spence has more successful pay-per-views, and I know he's filled up the seats. But the both of them together makes the fight bigger than any other fight that either one of them been involved in. Like, I know, like, I'm not trying to be biased here. I know Spence brings in more money than Bud. Not by much, but he does. But I also understand that when that fight goes down, anyone that is willing to pay for that pay-per-view, anyone that is willing to buy tickets for that event and travel for that fight, it's because this fight is so major, because it's the two of you. It's the two of you that's making this fight. Because whenever we talk about Bud, Who do we bring up? Spence. Whenever we talk about Spence, who do we bring up? Bud. And at this point, at this stage, the same with Wilder and Joshua, if they ever were to fight. They probably won't, but at this point, what makes the fight crazy is the two of them. Well, everybody keeps bringing up, what's up, Charles? Everybody keeps bringing 3 belts to 1. Yes, 3 belts currently at welterweight. Yes, you can't dismiss everything that Bud has done in his career. This is a 3-division champion, former undisputed champion. Spence has won 3 titles now in 1 weight class. You know what I'm saying? He's a career welterweight. Bud has moved up in an attempt to conquer another division. He's already been the top dog in 2 of them. Now he's looking for his 3rd. So we can't dismiss, like, everybody's making the rules up. You're saying it's welterweight, but we can't just make the rules up as we go. Like, oh, now that you're in welterweight, like I've heard a lot of Spence fans say, well, Bud has to fight all these fighters first before he gets a shot at Spence. It's never been that way. You don't move up a division and say, I got to fight every champion here first. No one said that when Andre Ward moved up to 175. When he took his break from boxing, when Ward moved up to 175, Ward went straight at Kovalev. Kovalev didn't say, no, go beat Adonis Stevenson first before you fight me. That's what I'm saying. People move the goalpost every time. It depends on who it is. That's never been a rule. It's never been that way. We don't move up in the weight division and now, okay, you have to accomplish what I accomplished in this weight division first before you fight me. It's never been that way. If that's the case, why do people want Ennis or Bud to fight Ennis? I even heard some Spencer fans say, yo, beat Ennis first before you get your shot at Spence. You got to beat Ennis or you got to beat Virgil Ortiz. Everybody changes the rules as things go. And me personally, I just want the fight. Now, Bud accepts whatever he accepts. I don't know if it's going to be 50-50. It's probably not going to be 50-50. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of I think Spence is probably going to get the split, the majority of this. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm assuming based on the fact that he's done better numbers as far as generating money, not because of what he has as far as 3 title fights, but because of, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of what money he's generated, right? It's proven, like, oh, I filled up 34,000 or 40,000 seats in Dallas Stadium. I know Bud hasn't done that, those kind of numbers. So maybe they can make the argument there. But as far as like belts, like I'm holding 3 belts, you're holding 1. It doesn't really matter. Like, like it really depends more on who's the bigger cash cow, not really, over who holds the most belts. I don't know. First of all, it's really none of my business. It's more about, just make the fight happen. I don't care how y'all make it work out. Just make it happen for us. Thank you, Canadian. Appreciate it, man. Well, Ennis and both Virgil Ortiz are going to be mandatories real soon. They're both going to be mandatories real soon. And this is another thing. Excuse me. This is why I want the fight to happen right now. And the fight is about to start, y'all. So we just waiting for it to start. But this is another reason why I want it and needs to happen next, because that next generation of welterweights are at the top. I mentioned a bunch of them before the other day when I made that video about welterweights. Bud, Spence, Porter already retired, Thurman, Garcia, Who else is out there? Ugas, all these guys, their generation is coming to a close. So let's wrap this up. You know, whoever is gonna retire, who's gonna retire, do their thing. Whoever's gonna move up to 154, do your thing. But Stanionis, Ennis, Connor Ben, Rashidi Ellis, Virgil Ortiz, all of these guys is their time. You know, all of these guys is their time to get their opportunities. And would I like to see a Ennis versus a Spence or a Bud? Yeah, but I want to see the current guys mix it up first before these new guys get their opportunity. You know, they always play Sweet Caroline. You know. But yeah, we waiting for the fight to start. The arena looks packed now. Now it looks packed. Looks like everybody's in there now, right before the fight. So what do you guys got, man? And let me know by decision or KO. What are your picks? My final pick is Tyson Fury by decision. Okay, I think there's gonna be knockdowns in the fight, but I still think that Dillian Whyte is gonna go to 12, and same with Fury. All right. Oh, I love London when I was there. I loved it. You know, I thought the subway system was a lot easier than New York City. You know, for my only time being there and taking the train in the city for so many years, I just thought like right away the London subway system was much easier when I went. All right. Zwane got White by stoppage. Racing Angel got Tyson Fury by decision. What's up, Maker? What's good? I see you. What's up, bro? White by a body shot KO in round 9. Okay, Shamar, I see you. Jorge got Fury by KO, round 6. Fury by knockout. Marco says Fury by knockout. AI says Fury by rear naked choke. Got you. White by body shot. Punch perfect. What's good? Who you got? Who you got for the fight? Who you got for the fight? George says Fury by 11th round KO. I hear what you're saying, Charles. I hear what you're saying. And you know what? Everybody's gonna look at it differently. Tyson by KO, Fury by TKO, White by stoppage in 11 round. So I mean, look, we got a mix. You know, we got a mixed crowd here, and you know, it's. I'm actually surprised to see that because you would think by Fury beating Wilder those fights, you would think that there would be much more. And I know he's a pretty wide favorite, but you know, from the fans, I've read a lot of White. There's a lot of people out there that is predicting White to win this one and by stoppage too. You know, I've been reading them all week long. James says, I think goes distance. If Wilder can make it, if Wallin can make it to 12, I think White can too. Yeah, that's my point too. You know, and I think Fury. Again, you know, someone made a good point about Sugar Hill. You know, Sugar Hill, people go to Sugar Hill to crack and to get the KOs. You know, Racer Angel, thank you for the donation, brother. Appreciate it, man. I like that. I think you have a M2 in your. If that's your car, that's a nice car. Did you check out the new M2? If that is your car, the new M2s looks nice. But thank you for the love, man. Appreciate the support. All right. Make sure everyone here subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and smash that thumbs up. Hit that like button if you haven't already as well. All right. All right, here we go. They announced they about to come out, y'all. I like the mixed predictions, y'all. I like it here. All right, Dillian Whyte is let's see if they boo him. It's mixed. I hear boos, but I hear cheers too. Damn. Damn. It's not hard boos though. It's mixed, but it's more boos than cheers, I guess. People love Tyson Fury out there. It's been a minute since he's fought out there too. He's been fighting in America for a minute now. For at least what, 4 years? I know he's been fighting in America at least since the first Wilder fight. Yeah, this is at Wembley. Yup. They're waiting for the entrance of Dillian Whyte. He still didn't come out yet. All these fights, man. These big fights make me nervous. They make me nervous. I didn't put any money on this fight or anything, but I still get nervous when it's a big, especially a heavyweight title fight. These fights always make me nervous, regardless of who's fighting. Especially when AJ fight. I always get nervous when AJ fight because you just never know sometimes with him. Like, I know he can easily dominate. He can either not dominate you or he can either get caught. All right, so they showing Whyte now. Whyte coming out with his brother Dean. I don't hear any music. He stepped on top of something. I think maybe now they're not doing the whole you know how AJ comes out and he has the fireworks and all the fireworks show, and they're not doing all that. At least not for Dillian. Oh, is he playing like the Jason horror music? No, that's Jaws. I'm sorry. I said Jason. That's Jaws. I seen him wearing the black gloves all week at the weigh-in and at the press conference. Damn, yo, Wembley always look good whenever they have fights. That place looked packed, man. Damn. All right. All right, let me lower this down because I ain't trying to get flagged. Dillian's walking in now. He he looks good, man. He don't look nervous and all that. He looks like he ready to roll. He looks into it, man. He looked like he ready to go. I like it. Want to see some confidence. Neither one of them fought in an arena like this before. I mean, Fury got the big fight with Wilder, but this Wembley, this is crazy. What's up, Young Hollywood? What's good? Oh yeah, I didn't even do a roll call. Let's do a quick roll call. Let's do a quick roll call. Where everybody's from. Everybody check in real quick. Let me know where you're from. There's a lot of people from the UK here. Oh, okay. Now Dillian Whyte is now on top of a stage now. So they had him walk sideways around the crowd first, and now he's stepping. I guess they're gonna have fireworks and all that now. What we got? What we got? What we got? Okay. Got Miami, Australia, Vegas, Jersey, San Diego, Chicago, San Antonio again, Los Angeles, DC, Jersey, Chicago, Korea, Canada, Brazil, Minnesota, Nashville, Tennessee, Ireland, Bristol, England, Phoenix, London, Dallas, Nebraska, Montreal, Anaheim, Paris, Costa Rica. What's up to Costa Rica in the building? New York, Long Beach, Houston, New York again, Nigeria. Okay, St. Lucia's in the building. All right, Delaware. All right. Thanks for checking in. And White is still walking to the ring. Oh, man. Aaron asks if Dean White ever good as a boxer. I'm, I always wondered that myself. I actually don't know if Dean White boxes himself. I know he's a big guy. I don't know if he boxes himself, but I've always been curious about that. I actually don't know. I have no idea if he ever boxed or if he trains as well with his brother. I don't know. I don't know at all. Shout out for everyone that checked in. What's up, JC? Thank you for the donation, JC. Appreciate it. Appreciate everyone that donated today. All right, and shout out to everyone that donates on, like the Venmo and the Cash Apps and the PayPals and all that stuff too. Thank you. All right, so Dillian Whyte is in the ring, and we are now waiting for Tyson Fury. And we're making good timing, man. We still real early in the day, at least for us, But I've seen. I know they have like a curfew there at Wembley. I've seen fights in UK start like after 6 p.m. here on our time, which would be 11 for y'all. We're making actually good timing. Feel like we're like an hour ahead of where I thought this would be at this point. Fury's getting ready to come out now. We got Arkansas in the building. We got Southern Cali in the building. Dean is not his real brother. I think I knew that, though. I might have just forgot. I think someone told me that before. He's coming out to American Pie. Jiffy says when this fight was first announced, I thought KO for Fury within the first 5 rounds, but now I think fight might be closer. Damn. Yeah, y'all got no respect for y'all got no respect for Dillian Whyte, huh? 5 rounds. I mean, let's see what happens. I mean, you never know with Fury, and Sugar Hill. You never know. I'll tell you one thing. I never thought the second fight was going to go the way that it did, for sure. Especially like that first knockdown of Deontay Wilder. I was not expecting. It was like the 3rd round. I was not expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting that at all. I didn't think Wilder was going to get destroyed like that, not in that second fight, especially the way the first fight ending with, even though I thought that Fury did enough to edge the first round, first fight. I didn't think, after the way the fight ended with him getting dropped in the 12th round, I thought like maybe Wilder would catch him at some point. He dominated Wilder in that second fight, man. I was not expecting that, man. Not like that. All right, so we're just waiting for Fury to come out. He's coming out. He didn't start doing his ring walk yet. The music's just been playing, but I don't actually see him walk into the ring yet. They're just playing the music. They're showing the little music video on the jumbotron screen. Come on, Fury, let's go. I want to get this fight going. Fury's still in his dressing room. He's coming out with a white and red robe. It doesn't look like he has some kind of like, he's not getting carried. I don't believe he's going to be getting carried or anything to the ring. All right, this is getting annoying. I wish he would just walk out this plane. They're doing too much of a show. Kind of just want him to come out at this point. Yeah, Lemire Watkins. That's the same. That's probably the same time I went to London. He's coming out the Biggie. It was all a dream. Magazine. Oh, the crowd is going to it? Hold on. I hear the crowd. Oh, the crowd. Y'all listen to Biggie out there? When I had the red and black lumberjacks and the match. Would take it this far. Get blunt like the. Fury is making Dillian wait. He's making us wait too. Ryan said Juicy is a big tune in the UK. Okay. Fury looks hyped up though. He look hyped up. He's doing his whole the ring walk, the arena walk around the whole crowd. Let's go. Let's get this fight going, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Sugar Hill looking small on that Fury camp. Aaron asking me who would I won between Calzaghe and SOG. SOG for sure. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I would have loved to see Calzaghe against Roch, though. That's more of a fight I've always wanted to see. They're showing the fireworks above the arena. I mean, look, this fight is at Wembley. Excuse me, like the Joshua fights, but yeah, the production is not what that fight was. And that's probably due to, now Fury is running to, Fury took the robe off and he's running to the ring now in a t-shirt. He's crazy. It's not the production that was on the Joshua fight. The Joshua thing was just it's not Matchroom, you know what I'm saying? I personally don't care, man. I wouldn't care. I just would want to be there just to be in the arena. But yeah, the production is not what, the Joshua fight was. And Fury is hyped up, man. He's moving around the ring. He getting Dillian's face in the ring. Okay, the ref got to separate them. Yo, he's getting he's playing head. He's doing all this talking in Fury. I mean, Dillian Whyte's face now. He's ready. They are ready. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it. Dillian Whyte got all black on, black gloves. He got black fur on his robe. He's all black. All black. He's been like that all week. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, they're doing the national anthem. Let's go, y'all. I'm hyped up. I'm ready. Yeah, smash that like button for sure if you haven't, man. Yeah, they gotta sing. You know they gotta sing. We know we gotta, you know what we gotta do. I hope it's not a sloppy fight like you say, Johnny. I hope not. I think Fury is wearing white and red, I believe. I know the robe was white and red. I gotta show them. They're showing the singer right now. I'll let you know in a minute. Let's go. All right, let's go. And Wembley is huge. But you know what? As I'm looking at it, it seems like there's no people outside around the whole arena. Why is that? Like, I know people are probably that's going to the event that's probably inside by now, but it seems like there's no one even walking the street. Like when I go to Madison Square Garden, you can go whether you're going there, you're coming out. There's people walking around all over the place. Maybe it's because I don't know. There's a lot of bars and businesses around there, but they just show like the whole like arena, and it's like no cars. There's nobody walking around. The fight is happening right now. The fight is happening right now. If you're just joining us, we're getting ready. They're announcing the fighters. They're both in the ring. If you're just joining us, the fight is about to start right now. All right. Yeah, all I want for this fight, I'm not really rooting for anyone. I just kind of want it to be fair. If it does go to the cards, I hope the judges do the right thing. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of holding. Hopefully there's no bad cuts. Hopefully there's no low blows and no messy, no injuries. Hopefully we just get a good fight, man. I want this to solve. This is an important fight, especially for it's an important fight for Fury's career because you know the people that do criticize him, they criticize his resume. They only say he only has Klitschko and Wilder there, and a lot of those fights in between really weren't that good of fighters. And I think you having Dillian Whyte, who has been a top 5 heavyweight, not a champion, but he's been up there at the top for years now. This definitely makes his resume much better if he is to win this fight, you know, and defend his title this time, you know, because he defended it once, but against Wilder. He didn't defend it when he beat Klitschko, didn't rematch Klitschko, you know, retired, you know, and you know, went to a whole mental health thing. Came back, won the title against Wilder, which was great, but he's only defended it against Wilder. I mean, this is the first time he's actually fighting someone that he really didn't want to fight. He had no interest in fighting. And he's doing what a champion is supposed to do right now. So I think this win, if he is to win this fight tonight, it's big for him. Obviously going to be big for Dillian Whyte because he's never been a champion or never fought for a title fight. But for Fury, this is a big fight for his legacy, I think. You know, and I think and I believe this is the third best fighter he's fought by far. Yeah, I brought up the Klitschko fight for sure. They're just announcing. They just announced Dillian Whyte. They're announcing Fury. The fight is about to start. And by the way, to answer your question earlier, Fury is wearing white and red gloves. He's wearing all white and red, and Dillian Whyte is wearing all black everything. As soon as this fight start, they're about to do their face off, touch gloves now, and we could have called this fight round by round. All right. Shout out to the people that's listening, can't see it. I will give you the best commentary I can give you. All right. Let's go. Touch gloves. Let's get it. Take them shirts off. Let's go. All right, you guys hear me good? I sound good? I sound clear? Here we go. All right. Smash that like button. Hit that like button, man. All right. Here we go. All right. Dillian Whyte came out as a southpaw. Dillian Whyte is fighting as a southpaw right now. And Tyson Fury is orthodox. I don't remember ever seeing Dillian. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember him ever fighting as a southpaw ever. And they're both touching, doing a lot of touching with the gloves, with their lead hands. Not a lot of punches being thrown. Step. Dillian Whyte landed a jab to the body just now. A lot of probing from both. A lot of. Okay. Not much action yet. Whyte lands a right hook to the body. A lot of probing and feinting for both. Tyson touched him with a jab up top. Tyson touched him with a jab to the body, and Dillian responds with a jab to the body as well. Dillian still fighting as a southpaw. I'm not gonna lie, it does look awkward. It looks like Dillian can do it, but he doesn't look comfortable in doing it. Tyson lands a jab up top. I'm not gonna lie, Dillian looks a little uncomfortable fighting as a southpaw, but he's still doing it, and he's waiting. Fury steps in and shoots a right hand. Whyte lands a right hook to the body. Another jab lands to the body for Dillian Whyte. No one's really been throwing any heavy power yet. Another right hook. I keep saying left because I'm used to Dillian's left hook. Another right hook lands to the body for Dillian. Tyson shoots a right hook up top, but is blocked by Dillian. 50 seconds left in the first round. Another right hook thrown by Dillian, but this one, Tyson gets away from it. And Dillian shoots a left hook. Tyson shoots a right hand, both blocked. Dillian is still fighting as a southpaw. Lands a jab up top. He's doing a decent job so far. To be honest, Dillian has landed more shots in this round, but neither one of them has landed any real power shots, except the few right hooks to the body landed by Dillian. Fury gets through the guard of Dillian with a straight right hand. Good round. Awkward round. I still believe Dillian looks a little awkward as far as a southpaw, but he definitely landed more shots, though, than Tyson Fury did. Definitely landed more, but he threw more. Fury kind of just took it easy that round. Nah, I gave Whyte that round. He landed more shots for sure. Yeah, he landed. He was consistent with the body shots that round. Fury got a couple shots through too, and some good jabs. But I gave Whyte that round. That's the first round. First round Dillian for me. Has any real quick? Has Dillian Whyte ever um came out or fought as a southpaw before? I don't think so. All right, we're in round 2, and now Dillian Whyte is switched, and now he's fighting as an orthodox, and now Fury is fighting as a southpaw. Yo, this is weird, guys. This is funny. All right, Fury shoots a straight left and is blocked by Dillian. They're both pulling each other's jab a lot, and they're both just they're trying to they're both trying to punch over each other's jab. Okay, now Fury's back to fighting orthodox, and both of them are orthodox now. No more of the fun and games. They're both at it now. Dillian Whyte shoots and land a right to the body, and this is one. Whyte try to go with an overhand right. Tyson slips it and lands a check left hook. Lead left hook for Tyson lands. All right. Jab lands for Fury. Left hook lands for Fury. Whyte lands a right to the body. Halfway through the second round. Second round, y'all. Another jab lands to the body for Dillian Whyte. 1-2 by Fury. The right might have got through up top. Wasn't really clear. Couldn't tell. Another jab from Fury lands to the body of Whyte. Whyte lands a jab up top. Fury doubles up on the jab. 1-2 for Fury. Oh, and Whyte launches at him, and now they're both on the ropes tied up. Now Whyte right through that crazy overhand right, but it doesn't connect. Fury lands another right hand through the guard of Whyte. So far, and there's 40 seconds left in the second round. Fury is having a much better round, and these guys are starting to let their hands go a lot more. Another jab lands for Fury, backs up Whyte a little bit. All right, we're closing in on the second round, the end of the second round. Another jab lands for Fury. A left hook lands for Fury. He's doing a good job with that check left hook. And Whyte gets frustrated a little bit and just comes in swinging wildly. And Fury ties up, and they're on the ropes, and that's the end of this second round. Good, a clear round for Tyson Fury. Clear round for him. 2 times in that round, Dillian Whyte just kind of launched himself at Tyson Fury and started swinging wild and didn't connect. I don't know if he's doing that to try to close the gap, or I don't know if he's doing it out of frustration, but that's a clear round for Tyson Fury. I mean, that's kind of the way I envision the fight, with the check left hooks and the turning of him stepping around Whyte's wild right hands. I have it 1-1. All right, round 3. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that thumbs up for me if you can. Appreciate it. All right, so round 3, I have it 1-1. And they're both starting, they start out this round. They're both orthodox, no southpaws, no funny business. I feel like they're now fighting for real. And you can just tell the game, the energy is different. I think the first round they was toying around. Now they really get into it. Dillian Whyte lands a right to the body. And he's trying to close the gap here, and he's making it real physical, pushing down his forearms down on Fury on the ropes. The ref breaks him up. Dillian lands a left hook to the body, tries to go for the overhand right, but Fury slips it again. Fury slips, changes to southpaw momentarily and lands a left hook and taunts Dillian Whyte after. We're a minute into the third round. Whyte lands a right to the body. Another check left hook lands for Fury. Right hand lands to the body of Dillian Whyte. All right. A lot of feinting. Not a lot of punches being thrown from neither right now. Dillian's just stalking Fury. Fury's just, using the ring. Another 1-2 for Fury. That one was blocked by Dillian, and they both tie up. Well, we got just over a minute left in this third round. All right. And they're just tying up right now, trying to work on the inside. The ref is splitting them up. Not no real effective punches being thrown on the inside. Every time they're close, I think, Fury kind of ties them up, and nothing really comes of it. Dillian just landed a jab, landed another, both trade jabs, actually. Fury steps in, shoots a left to the body. Another 1-2 lands for Fury. Another one right gets through the guard of Whyte. 28 seconds left in this third round. Dillian steps in, throws a right to the body, tries to close the gap. Dillian wants to really get in there and really make it a phone booth type of fight, but Fury is doing a good job and keeping the distance. Nice left hook to the body lands for Fury right after Fury connects with another right hand. All right, so that's the end of the third round. I got that for another Fury. That's another Fury round. Fury is winning on the outside, and whenever they're close range, it's been a lot of tying up and it's scrappy on the inside. But when they're on the outside, Fury is connected more with that jab and that 1-2. He's just doing a better work on the outside. So right now, it's been all Fury since the first round. Oh, thanks for all the commentary, all the love for the commentary, man. Appreciate it. All right, so we're going into round 4. I gave Fury the second and third rounds. I gave Whyte the first round. All right, Whyte comes out, lands a couple jabs. Big looping overhand right lands for Fury, and Fury lands a jab to the body. Dillian Whyte returns a jab to his body, and now they are tied up again. Fury's trying to wait, whoa. They start wrestling on the inside. I think Dillian's getting a little frustrated. I think he's complaining that he headbutt. He got cut. Did he get cut? All right, the ref separated them both. I think he's trying to figure it out. Ref is warning Fury about the head. I don't even know if that was intentional. I can't tell. I just know that they were both on the ropes. Oh, Dillian is cut, y'all. Dillian is cut right on the outer part of his eye. Yes, and he got a little swelling underneath his eye too. So he is cut. It's a legit headbutt. All right. Not the worst cut in the world. It seems to be like right outside of the eye instead of being right over it. But there is a cut, and he is bleeding on the side of his face. Not over the eye, though. So now Dillian got a little bit more energy, and so does Tyson. All right. Tyson is still is more successful right now with his jab. We're just 2 minutes. Oh, big left hook lands for Dillian Whyte. That's the biggest shot that landed in this fight so far. He actually rocked Tyson Fury a little bit. All right. They're starting to rumble. They're starting to, the fists are flying now. This is starting to become a little fight, and they are tied up again. All right. The ref is trying to break them up. They're just so big, man. They're just, I think Dillian is pissed off about the cut, and Fury is just, I guess he's kind of pissed off too that the ref warned him instead of Dillian Whyte. Oh, big right hand lands for Fury over Dillian's jab. A minute left in the fourth round. Still anybody's round in my opinion. No clear winner right now in this round. Fury's starting to touch him up a lot more though. Dillian lands a right to the body, and they are tied up again. 50 seconds left in the round. All right, what's going on, man? Let's get this fight, man. Dillian's doing a lot of complaining to the ref. Tyson lands a big right to the body. Nice. Clean right to the body, and they both tied up again. And Dillian's hitting him in the back of the head. Oh, it's getting messy. The ref, it's getting, somebody threw something from the crowd, and it hit both either Fury or Whyte. I think they're trying to, the crowd is going nuts. All right. This fight is getting wild. Now the ref pulls them apart, puts them in neutral corners, and the ref is going to each side because it's getting a little wild. They're starting to wrestle. It's a lot going on out there. I think they're trying to find whoever's in the crowd. Somebody threw something. I don't know what's going on, but we got 30 seconds in this fourth round, and it's been a messy round. Oh, elbow from Fury. Whoa, watch it. Watch it. Ref didn't warn him, though. Whyte lands a left to the body. 10 seconds left in the round. This fight is getting real ugly, y'all. Real ugly, but not in a good way. All right. I'll give that round to Fury. I think Dillian definitely landed the biggest shot, but it's a messy round because of all of the breakups, and yeah, they both clashed ahead. It didn't look intentional. They're showing the slow-mo. I don't think it was intentional, you know. Fury is holding him on the inside, and I think that's what's frustrating them, you know. Dillian, whenever Dillian, yeah, they're showing it. Whenever Dillian gets on the inside, Fury is holding him, you know, and you know that's where Dillian wants to be. And I think that's what, oh, okay, I see what happened. It was Fury's corner. Fury's corner, while they're in the corner on Fury's corner, one of the guys on Fury's corner takes a cup of ice, and throw it on the back of Dillian's head while they were in the corner, because Dillian's back was against the corner. So he hit the back of Dillian's head. You seen the ice fly out. So the ref, before we get into the fifth round, the ref is trying to have some control over these two, and I don't think it's gonna work. You know, this is not. We've seen Whyte. We know what he's like when he gets frustrated. You know, we saw what happened after the first round of the Joshua fight. You know, it's gonna be that way. It is what it is. All right. Jab lands for Fury. I gave it to Fury though. I think that was a competitive round, but I gave the third to Fury. I think Whyte landed the best shot, but Fury landed more. And Fury just landed a right to the body, and Dillian Whyte returns fire and lands a left to Fury's body. All right. So we got to fight, y'all. We got to fight. It's a little ugly, but we got to fight here. All right, they're both just jabbing at each other. They're both just jabbing. Nothing clean landing right now. Not at the moment. All right, we just under a minute into the 5th round, and not much action. Yeah, Dillian Whyte lands a right to the body, and Dillian Whyte momentarily goes southpaw again. Whoa! Fury lands a right, and Dillian was a little off balance, so he stumbled back, almost falling. Dillian with the jab to the body. Fury tries to check left hook him, but it's blocked. Dillian with a left to the body. Fury responds with a right to the body, and they're both talking. They both just nagging at each other in the middle of the ring. The crowd's cheering anytime Fury throws. Fury lands a 1-2. Dillian tries to counter him with a left hook, but all right. Jab lands to the body for Whyte. Whoa, 1-2 from Fury, but it's blocked by Dillian. Dillian gets in, lands a right hook to the body. He's trying to close the gap on. He's putting a lot of pressure on Fury right now, but he's not getting through with the shots. And they are back tied up again. Ref trying to break them up. Come on, let them fight. 20 seconds left. Oh, boy. Not a ton of clean punching from either one of them. I'll tell you that much, but still Fury. Fury is still getting through a little bit more. But Dillian these are not wide rounds. Dillian is attacking, he's landing as well. But there's not many big power shots that's getting through, especially up top. What do you guys think of the fight? Datorian, thank you. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. We're going into the 6th round, y'all. What do you guys think of the fight? I mean, that round is pretty. I mean, I think Fury is slightly edging these rounds, but they're really close rounds because they're both more successful when they land to the body, and they're both jabbing. Yeah, it's a messy fight. It's not a good fight. I mean, let me just say that. I'm gonna be clear. It's not a good fight. It's a lot of wrestling involved. They both look very slow. I not many heavy clean shots are landing. A lot of clinching. A lot of wrestling. A lot of it's just an ugly fight so far. All right. We're in the 6th round now. But I got Fury winning. I'm edging him these rounds as we go because he's just landing connected with more than Dillian. All right. Right now, they're going back to war with the jab, and Fury right now is edging him and outlanding Whyte because he has the height and the reach advantage. And Whyte is just struggling, and he wants to get in. He just got in a little bit just now and landed a left hook to the body. Then he steps in just now and threw an overhand right, but Fury stepped around it again. He sees it coming from a mile away, and so far, Dillian Whyte it just is not connecting with that right hand. He has more success with the hook so far. And they're back to wrestling. Get halfway through in the 6th round. A lot of wrestling. Oh, big 1-2 lands. Short right hand lands for Fury. Backstar Dillian Whyte up a little bit. All right. Fury jabs to the body. Another 1-2 blocked by Dillian Whyte. Very slow pace fight. Very slow. Tyson Fury shoots the 1-2 again. They tie up, and even on the inside right now, I feel like even Fury is even like sneaking the little shots in there before he ties up, you know. Because now he snuck a little uppercut in there before he tied up. Excuse me. 30 seconds left in the 6th round. And again, not much from Dillian Whyte this round. Oh, they tied up again. Fury is still, you know, I mean, Dillian is trying to get in, you know, and he's blocking the shot. Oh, big right hand lands for Fury, and Dillian Whyte is on his back, and I don't think he's getting up. I don't think he's getting up. He's trying to get up. I don't know. He's hurt bad. Big right hand. He doesn't know where he's at. The ref stopped the fight. It's over, y'all. God damn, man. Damn, man. Damn. It came out of nowhere, man. It came out of nowhere, man. It came out of nowhere, man. God damn, man. Damn. Damn, man. Dillian Whyte got knocked out. And he got up and he didn't know where he was at. The ref just waved it off. Dillian Whyte got laid out on his back. And it happened so fast. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of George Foreman when he knocked out Michael Moore. It just happened. You know, the fight was going the way it was going, and out of nowhere, you see Dillian Whyte on his back. Just like that. Just like that. It's over, y'all. It's over. Dominant win for Tyson Fury. And he went right away. He went over there and kissed Dillian Whyte on the head while he was still I don't even know if Dillian Whyte knew where he was at this point. Damn. All right, so we just waiting on this interview. Here we go. Let me see the setup. Oh, it was an uppercut. Okay. It was an uppercut again, man. He moved in. And you know what? It wasn't as clean as the Povetkin one, right? But it same thing happened in the Povetkin fight, man. He walked right into the right hand, man. He walked right into the uppercut and got laid out, man. He got laid out. Damn. Oh, man, Christian, thank you for the donation, man. I couldn't watch the fight, but your commentary more than made up for it. I appreciate you, sir, and I appreciate you, and thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. Thank you for everyone that supported today, man. Yeah, you know what? I think, you know, again, like I was saying before, earlier in this, before the fight started, you know, Fury knocking out Wilder and Whyte now and dethroning Klitschko. It's clear to me. It's clear as day to me that he's the number one heavyweight, and it's not even debatable anymore. You know, it's not. You know, he got more. He got too much now. It's too much. I can't wait for him to fight the winner of Usyk and Joshua too. Hopefully, he's not serious about retirement. I don't think he is, but yeah, I'll be back on here next week. Next week we got you know, Oscar Valdez and Shakur, and then we got Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. So What's up, Aquia? What's good? Yeah, Big Flea is over. It is done. Dillian Whyte got knocked out. Dillian Whyte got knocked out in the 6th round, y'all. What's up, Watts? Yeah, Taylor and Serrano fight is gonna be good. Yeah, White looks slow. Fury looks slow too, but Fury, he's not as athletic as he was before the break. But he's still top dog. It was an ugly fight though. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't a good fight. It wasn't a good fight. It was competitive, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good because of the ugliness and the wrestling and all that. But Fury did what he was supposed to do. Yeah, it wasn't a good fight. It wasn't a good entertaining fight, but you got to get the job done. It is what it is. And yeah, Fury's just talking right now. He got respect from Sugar Hill. Shirt is off again. Does this always happen when they win? Like Sugar Hill looks, yo, Sugar Hill look like, every time they win, he ends up without a shirt, going crazy somewhere. Yeah, it's over, y'all. Yeah, I'm definitely calling the fight next week. I'm definitely calling both fights next week. I'm gonna have it all set up for both fights. Dillian Whyte is already exited the ring, y'all. I'm sitting here waiting for him to speak, but I guess we're not gonna hear anything from him until the post fight. He's thanking Sugar Hill now, basically thanking him for making him the biggest puncher in the heavyweight division. Coach Ben, thank you. Bradley commentary was A1. White fights too tall. The uppercut was there. Joshua can bend, and Usyk has supreme skill. I hope we can see those fights. Yes, yes, yes. I agree, and I thank you for the donation as well. Thank you. Thank you for everyone that's showing love for the commentary and all that. Hey. All right, so he promises White that the Wilder trilogy was it. He said now. So he said he had to come back and do it for his fans at home at Wembley. But he says he thinks this might be it. He said this could be the end. All right. Yeah. I mean, he's saying this could be it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I hope it's not, but it could be it. I would love to see him fight the win of Usyk and Joshua and us get an undisputed fight. You know? Um, I will say this though. Um, I really want to see. I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm a Joshua fan. He's my favorite, but I would love to see Fury fight Joshua or Usyk. I don't care who it is. I just want to see an undisputed fight, and I want to see that fight. I actually want to see both fights. I want Fury to fight the winner, but I actually want to see how a fight with Usyk would play out. You know, I would love to see that fight. I just want to see it because I respect Usyk's skill more than all of these guys. And I'm just curious to see how that fight would go. I know Fury is the bigger guy and he's a bigger puncher, but Usyk is so crafty and he's so athletic, and he's not gonna just be on a line like all of these guys that Fury faces, and that's why it's such an intriguing fight because I know Usyk is smaller, but I still want to see how that fight would play out. And I still want to see the Joshua fight as well. Um, Fury's singing in the ring again, so I mean, just he's gonna do what he do. Another good live, right? Um, yeah, Usyk is different from Dillian Whyte, man. And listen, Fury obviously can have the power to knock any of these guys out if he hits them clean enough. But what I'm saying is, you gotta factor in Usyk's work rate. You know, um, though he's so athletic, man. He's not Dillian Whyte. He's not Deontay Wilder. It's a whole completely different danger in there because of his speed and his athleticism. You know, that's gonna be the fight, man. I just hope he stays, but I don't know, man. He might really leave. And a lot of people, I mean, not only has he said it, but I've read a lot of comments over the last couple years, or since Usyk, not even, but I want to say since Usyk beat Joshua for sure. A lot of people felt like Tyson Fury wouldn't fight him or Deontay Wilder or whoever else was out there. I gotta give Fury credit though. Two of the best fighters he beat him by KO. Two of the top three fighters he beat by KO. And you know what? To be honest, I hated the Klitschko fight. I think we all did. I don't think any of us enjoyed that fight. I think they both played it too safe. But I believe that Klitschko did not engage or want to engage at all. I think he was more worried about getting knocked out himself. And I don't believe that was Fury's game plan to knock out Klitschko. But I do believe that, if Klitschko took any chance, which he didn't at all in that fight, I think he could have possibly got stopped or at least dropped in that fight. He just didn't engage at all, you know? No problem, man. I'm glad y'all enjoy the show. All right. Oh, what's his name is in the ring? What's his name? Yo, I'm forgetting names still. Francis Ngannou is in the ring. Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. Can y'all hear this? This is going to be a very special fight like never before seen in history of our sport. Yo, Fury knows how to promote. I don't believe for 1 minute that Fury will ever fight this dude, but he's talking like it's about to happen. He's like, this is gonna be a very explosive fight. Fury is not gonna fight Francis Ngannou, yo. It's just not gonna happen. And I personally don't want to see it. I don't like these crossover fights, man. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see these crossover fights. I want to see Usyk and Joshua against Fury, man. Fury is not fighting this dude. I don't know why he's so. Yo, this is gonna be the biggest fight. They're not gonna fight each other. Fury just talking about retirement. He is not fighting Francis Ngannou, bro. This is not. It's not gonna happen, man. Oh man. All right, y'all. All right, man. So real quick, what do y'all want next? You know, and real quick, do y'all think? How do y'all feel about Joshua and Usyk? Before we get to Fury and him fighting one of the others, and I want to read your comments. How do y'all feel about the rematch between Joshua and Usyk? Do y'all think it's gonna play out the same? Do you think Joshua's gonna find a way to take it? I know a lot of people feel like Usyk might not be the same because of this war and the invasion in Ukraine. I know he lost some weight. You know, I saw in a recent interview of him, he lost some weight and everything. But, you know, do you feel it's going to play out the same? Do you think Usyk is going to stop him this time? Do you think Joshua's going to stop him? Like, how do y'all feel that fight is going to go? All right. Usyk by TKO. Joshua versus Wilder. Philip, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Usyk, AJ winner must be next. Usyk will win. Usyk stops Joshua in rematch. AJ by KO. JC says Joshua doesn't have the same heart. Charles says, I hope Joshua shoots his load in 3 rounds before while searching for the KO. Charles believes he can get it. Usyk will win again. Marco says Usyk will win again. Itty bitty bad boy says actually Usyk will stop Joshua. Law Wegner says Joshua damaged goods. All right, I see that most people in here saying Usyk is gonna win again, you know. And yeah, I mean, I think Joshua is gonna take a completely different approach though. But I also believe that if he is more aggressive, he might get caught. You know, I think part of the reason why it went the way it did in that first fight, after watching it, is, you know, as far as him getting, you know, losing in a decision, is because he wasn't that aggressive and he was trying to outbox Usyk. I think him being aggressive might get him the win. It might get him the KO win. And you can also say it might make him get reckless and get caught with something, you know? You know, the thing is with Joshua, you got to remember is that he's not he's not going to be getting a fight in between to try out whatever new he's been learning, you know? So whatever he's going to do in this new camp or whatever he's been training and prepping for, he has no way to test it out. You know, whatever he's working on, he got to test it out the night of the fight. Philip, thank you again for the donation. Thank you. Appreciate you for doing that. Thank you. Thanks, Dr. Johnson. Appreciate it. So anyway, again, I'm rooting for Joshua, but I actually would love to see Tyson Fury fight Usyk, and I would love them obviously to fight Joshua. I've been wanting that for a long time. But I'm rooting for Joshua. I don't know if he's going to be able to win, but regardless, I want Fury to fight one of them. I don't want to see Francis Ngannou. I don't want to see any crossover matches or anything like that. I don't want to see any mandatories, no more of that. Like, I just want to see these belts get consolidated and us have an undisputed champion. You know, that's pretty much it. That's my take on it. All right. Yeah, I'll be going live. I'll be live this week. I'll be live. I'll probably be live tomorrow morning or Monday or whatever. I'll be live. Definitely be live this week. All right, guys. Listen, I'm about to check out of here. I'm gonna do a quick post-fight review video, a separate video. So be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna upload that real quick and get on with the rest of my day. All right. Again, everyone, thank you for the, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Had a great time with you guys. Not the best card, but try to give the commentary, make it on point as possible, as good as possible every time. And again, look out, be on the lookout. I'm gonna do a post-fight review real quick. And I'll be right back on here tomorrow. I'll be on here in the morning to talk more boxing and more of the fights coming up this week. All right. And we could do a whole lot of heavyweight talk leading up to these fights coming up this weekend. So and I will be on the next weekend and the weekend after that too. All right. So anyway, I had a good time. If you are new, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in a few with that post-fight review. All right. Peace.